Noonish. 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 J.A. he was major league, playing around with them bats. Kia OG, making plays on the track. Sports and technology, we mix it in with facts. Catch him every Wednesday to like double tap. Lot of interviews with ballers and them winners. Yeah, Jay on Notre Dame, all winner.
Yes, y'all. Hey, let's crank that one more time for the good people, man. Let's crank that up one more good time.
Like, share, subscribe. Noonish.
Y'all know what it is, man. It's your favorite show every Wednesday sometime around noon. What they call it up? Noonish.
Noon.
Yeah, that's what they call it up. That's what they call it.
Noon.
That's what they call it. Caught on off guard right there.
Caught
You know?
off guard. I was like, what they call?
He said,
Say
what?
This is something new.
What they call what?
What they call it? They call it noonish.
Yeah, man, I'm your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson, man. Here with my uncle, Ronald Bowler, man.
The forgetful one.
No, you know, Uncle's going in. Uncle on this, you know, he's the guru, so he on his studies right now, you know?
Yeah, I'm on a whole lot of different things at the same time.
Guru doing guru things, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But no, man, welcome to the show, man. We got an awesome show ready for you guys. Gonna have so much fun today. Got a lot to talk about, man, this Wednesday afternoon. Yes, and you know how we like to get started with the first lady of F1, Miss C.Y. What's going down, C.Y.?
Afternoon, gentlemen. How are you
we
feeling?
Feeling great round here. You know, all is well. How you doing over there, girl?
Well, am I in my frame is my question because I moved.
You all up in the frame.
Okay, perfect.
In the midst of the frame.
Perf. Things are going well. I would like the sun to come out. It's just like gloomy and hazy out there, and I'm like, it's not for me.
Seattle-ish.
It's not for me.
Seattle-ish, ain't it?
It ain't me. I can't do it. Memorial Day was disgusting. What did you guys do? Where were you at? What were you doing?
Memorial Day actually on Monday. I was at the crib.
Mm-hmm.
You know, chilling, cooking a little bit, cleaning up a little bit. You know, I did my Memorial Day on Sunday, kicking it with the homies. You know,
I was actually smoking a little meat in the rain.
Oh, were you?
Oh,
Yeah.
I should have came through.
yeah, Unc. What the heck?
You know what I'm saying?
No invite for us?
Since it wasn't up with me and my wife, I didn't cook a whole.
Yeah,
I just cooked one slab of ribs.
Hey, that's enough.
Yeah,
That's enough.
Yeah, it was enough for you.
Yeah. I could have came through. Yeah, that'd have been a different story. Different story. Yeah, what you do Monday, Miss C.Y.?
I was busy recovering from a crazy Sunday. We had Formula One in the morning.
Yes.
Then we had IndyCar later in the day.
Yes.
Then the Stars were like, let's have a 2 p.m. game because we don't care about Cristiano's schedule.
Yeah.
Then we had the Dallas Stars.
Yeah, push your whole day back.
Then we had NASCAR in the evening, and I was like, can a girl take a nap? I just want a 10-minute nap. And there was no time. So that's what I did that's what I did on Monday. I did nothing.
You could have taken a nap during the race.
Sometimes I do, but it was too good, guys. It was too good.
Yeah,
Every
like
race was too crazy. When I say good, I mean high activity, not enough time for naps. Sometimes there's enough time to take a snooze, and there was no availability for me.
Well,
so I slept on Monday.
Well, why don't we start with that F1 then? You know, tell us about it since you were locked all the way in. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't lock in like that. I was kicking it. You know,
That's fine. It's fine. That's why you have me, right?
Exactly.
You guys, I don't have to watch it. I don't watch any other sports. I just watch your show so that you can tell me what was going on.
You know, I'm just saying, we got you in elsewhere, but right here.
Well,
Gotta get
Monaco was fun. Now, I didn't mention this last week. Shame on me. Who am I, the F1 expert here, to not mention a new rule that
Yeah.
happened in Monaco. Now, I have talked about how people complain that Monaco's boring, and sometimes people have said Miami is the new Monaco because it's boring. And
No passing allowed.
exactly. The streets are narrow, the cars are wider.
Mhm.
It's whoever really is in pole position likely will win the race. There's no overtaking, boring.
Yeah.
Well, the Formula One was listening. They were like, let's give these people something to think about. So they required for the first time in a long time, maybe ever, a 2-stop pit strategy. They required 2 pit stops. So it wasn't an optional thing. They had to have 3 different types of tires. Now, this isn't normal. Like often it is required. Now, in a sprint race, different. This is different. But in a traditional race, they often are required to stop at least once or use 2 different tire types.
Yeah.
Monaco, they said, hey, actually, we want to mix things up. And the entire goal was to give more excitement to the race because you guys know when things go wrong in a pit stop, right?
Yeah.
Or you pit under a safety car, or you pit right before the safety car.
So they
and
made
things
this
can-
more team focused.
Yes, timing was big. The pit stops had to be crisp and they had to be
Wow.
timed really well.
Yeah.
And then deciding which tire you used at what part of the race, also tricky.
Yeah.
So they throw that in and thinking this is going to really change things. It's really going to be crazy. Well, our pole sitter Lando wins the race.
Mhm.
So that didn't really cause so much of a shakeup. Now it was interesting to watch how late in the race some of the teams would wait to pit.
Yeah.
And so that did, I mean, I think I was really interested at one point. Max is leading the race right towards the end, but he hasn't taken that second pit stop. And so I think you got if I remember correctly, I think you either are disqualified or lose. Like it's like a crazy penalty if you didn't take the 2 pit stops. So it wasn't an
Wow.
optional. It wasn't like, oh, you get a 10-second penalty.
So
No,
that's
like
why
that.
Max got 4th.
So Max is leading the race after a pit stop, but mainly because he hadn't taken that second one.
Yeah.
So for like the last several laps, Max is in first place. So it's like, what's going to happen here? What are they doing? He was waiting. This is where that strategy. He was hoping someone crashed into the wall. He was hoping a red flag or a safety car would come out because this would
Wow.
change. So he holds on pretty long because there was such a gap between him and Hamilton, or really the rest of the field. There was at one point, Lewis is on the radio and he's like, am I still a minute behind everyone? And he
Wow.
was.
How did he get to be a minute behind everyone if he finished? Didn't he finish top 3 Saturday?
He was, but he was in the top 5. But the way the pit stops really threw it, like it shook things up, but not in the way you would expect. Like there was a lot of weird timing. There was a lot of safety car activity. Pierre Gasly, he has a horrible crash where his brakes are lost entirely. He can't even stop safely.
What?
So I know. Can you imagine
So he had to,
losing your brakes when you're going 180 miles an hour? I mean, he literally just fly. I mean, it was borderline. I think he ends up getting a penalty because it was incredibly dangerous for the rest of the field. Then he goes into the pit lane. And you remember at NASCAR, how, like there's a lot of activity right there.
wild.
He can't stop his car.
What?
So he comes into pit lane and they're like trying to manually stop him. Like, wait, and they had to close down pit lane.
Crazy. So at what rate, what speed was he coming through on pit lane?
I mean,
Probably
there's like one video
10
where
miles an hour or something?
he was probably going 150 miles an hour and not being able to stop. He hit something that slowed him down. But it was like something out of Dallas, Texas TV. This guy like ramps out, I mean, like he could not stop his car, and you hear him on the radio. So there was just like a lot of interesting
What?
things that happened. There was a crash in the first lap, all these things, but all to say the normal shenanigans of a Monaco race just backed with having to stop 2 times. So it didn't change things up as much as you would think.
Yeah.
I think it was just really
That's
being
wild.
thoughtful with the strategy. Mercedes had a horrible race. Ferrari, we ended up getting, I mean, thank you so much for the shout out. If you guys are not following us on Instagram, you should. But practice and qualifying were really strong for Ferrari. And I was like, wait a second, things are happening.
Yes, sir.
Things are happening. Things could be happening here.
Yeah. Especially in Monaco.
huge, and that was like a big deal for Charles. Now Charles ends up getting on the podium along with Lando and Oscar, which was fun. I think it was a good race. I would have loved to see. I mean, Charles was bummed. Like, that's his hometown. After a win like from last year, I mean, what a legendary breakthrough for him. I know he wanted it. Like, he even said on the radio, like, well, I'm not happy actually. Like, being on the podium, cool, but I really wanted to be in first.
Yeah.
Don't we all? But he was a good sport. Oscar was fun. So
How did he
Max,
perform last year at that race? Leclerc.
he won.
Yeah, that's what
Remember?
I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's number one. That's why he's mad, because he's like, I've done it before. And he led all of the practice lap times. He did really well. So almost had a shot. But we'll see. I mean, Monaco's a fun race. It's really won on Saturday. Lando was on pole. So all to say, all of those pit stops and all the craziness really didn't work out the way I think Formula One was hoping for. Still, a fun race, but yeah, overtaking. I mean, Lewis was frustrated. Lewis was caught behind some cars, couldn't catch up, couldn't get past them if he wanted to.
Because of the pit stops?
Yeah, just a multitude of things, but he got caught behind several cars, and then based on the timing of the pits, I mean, he literally at one point is 52 seconds or something behind the next car in front of him.
Wow, because he got caught behind cars that weren't even in the race.
It was, and traffic gets crazy there. And everyone gets backed up. So we'll see. They head to it's really fast. I almost forgot that they were going to head to Spain for this weekend. So they've got a race. I mean, literally, they're going to be heading out towards practice on Friday. So, yeah, we've got another race ahead of us. It'll be a good one. I'm excited to see. Max won there last year, and I think that Ferrari. My predictions are that we'll see kind of maybe a repeat of Monaco. We're going to see some good times from Ferrari in practice. I might even call that there could be a Ferrari on pole.
Oh, wow.
They're showing some speed. I think they're getting back into the rhythm. I will say, though, one thing I'm paying attention to, and think everyone should, especially you, Unk, I know how much you pay attention to the radios from Formula One.
Every race.
Every race,
Locked
Unk is right there
afar.
listening. I am really interested to see what is going to happen with Lewis and Ferrari. And the reason why is there was a lot of hype. He wanted to go there to win a championship, but he is not vibing super well with his team there.
I think they'll make changes to the team before they make changes with Lewis.
Well, they should. I think his engineer, the rest of the crew that he's working with, like, you can sense there's a lot of tension there. I don't know. I can't remember his engineer's name. He was with Bono though for Bono from Mercedes, who's now Kimi Antonelli's. I'll report back on what I don't remember what this guy's name is.
The point was made. We know who.
But
Sir
they're
Lewis
like
is.
at one point, Lewis is like, "Hi, are you guys upset with me or something?" And then no one says anything.
Yeah,
I'm like,
we know who Sir Lewis is. The other people don't matter.
Yeah, forget everyone else.
Yeah, they're gonna find somebody that he vibes with before they find another Lewis Hamilton replacement.
I think it's so hard to replace what he had with Bono at Mercedes, and I think it's going to take time. The frustration and the tension is high, and I just think like he wants to win.
Is Bono with George Russell now at Mercedes?
Kimi Antonelli, which is probably
Bono's with Kimi?
Which has to be insane because Kimi's 18, like just a baby.
So, I mean, could Ferrari buy out? Could they do a trade? Could he trade his team for Bono?
I guess that Ferrari could poach Bono if they wanted to. I don't know how their contracts differ, but I'd probably take a lot of money. And
I'm sure
I think
it was already planned that way.
I'm not sure what they're going to do there, because I think Kimi has such potential that if Toto Wolff, who is the principal of Mercedes, is smart, he'll actually keep Bono there by any means necessary. Because Kimi Antonelli, if he can get the same support that Lewis had over the last several legacy years that he had at Mercedes, I think that they're training up a new world champion. So I think Toto will pay to have that support for Kimi.
And you think Bono can't be replaced? Is he pretty irreplaceable?
I don't know anyone who could top him. Not in that position. I mean, I'm sure there'll be others who come about, but
Well,
I do think
it seems like Bono and Lewis have like a Tom Brady and Belichick type of relationship.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say it's giving me Belichick vibes.
Yeah.
Before he got weird.
I'm just saying, like,
Well,
they haven't won without each other. So
yeah.
how do we know?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I have no idea what the next couple of years are going to look like, but I think that tensions are high. We'll see what happens. But let me share some things on. Speaking of pit stops, did anybody watch the Indy 500? Was it just me yet again?
Yes.
Yes, it was just you again.
Gentlemen,
But see
Hey, I told you I was kicking it. I was playing cornhole or something.
see why? That's why.
Did Trip watch? Trip, are you listening? Trip, did you watch the
where
Indy
you
500?
at?
Wait a minute, see why. Before you get started, let me tell you this. This is why I pay attention so attentively when you're talking, because I haven't watched. Now, I can go school somebody else that don't know squat about F1.
Yeah.
Just from listening to you.
Straight
But
up.
now, I can't talk F1 with you, but to somebody that don't know, I can relay a lot of information just from the information that you relate to me.
Because you do such a great job. There's Trip.
Absolutely.
Trip
Trip.
in the
Trip
building.
said yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna have to make some calls.
It's your boy Trip. What's going down, Trip?
My one
Hey,
fan.
see
My
why?
one fan, Trip.
Oh, you got
You
many
said
fans.
Trip show up. Now, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Or maybe he was just in the background
Yeah.
listening. And then when you called his name, he jumped to the phone.
Hey, Trip was posted
Trip
up.
said,
he
I'm
just-
awake.
he
Posted
just,
up.
he just chilling, checking things
That's the
out.
homie right there, man. What's going down, Trip? The real one. What's going?
I
Yeah,
love
so-
Trip.
But yeah, so on to Indy. Yeah, I didn't watch that. See why I was getting drunk, playing cornhole, kicking it, eating cake and stuff.
That's fine. That's fine. Yet again, why I'm here.
Being
The Indy
dove.
500 started off with a banger, and by that I mean immediate crashes before the race even started. They had a slight rain delay
Before the race started?
It hadn't even started. Rain delay. There were sprinkles, little sprinkles on the track, and now you guys know, different than Formula One, IndyCar does not fuck around with rain, and
Oh,
neither
yeah.
does NASCAR because
They're going in a circle
he-
with cement walls around them.
exactly.
And fans in
And
the
they're going
stands.
fast. They're going super fast. And so they don't play around. They don't play around with rain. So there's drizzle. There's drizzle nearby.
Young Drizzle.
They take a slow start. I'm trying to focus. Don't be funnier than me while I'm trying to talk. Okay. Rain delay. I'm distracted. People are warming up their tire. You know when they swerve, you know, kind of like through the lane. They're trying to keep heat in their tires. They, unlike Formula One, they don't have tire warmers, so they're trying to get heat into their tires. And good old Scott McLaughlin. At one point, they're like starting to they do a rolling start, so that they're driving around. It's not just like a standstill start. They're driving around, and then they let them take off. Before the race has even started, Scott McLaughlin in the wall, crashes out of the race. That guy gets out of his vehicle and is distraught. Like, he's legitimately upset. Luckily, okay, but like, imagine your race ending before it even starts. In a similar note, Marco Andretti, not to be confused with Michael Andretti, is driving an Indy car and he crashes too. So it's like, okay, well, here we are. So brutal there, but I was talking about pit stops. There were several very scary. I think this race felt cursed. You know, when you just like are watching something, you're like, I'm not feeling confident. Between the early race or before the early crashes, Alexander Rossi's pit crew catches on fire. His car, like, they're working on it. All of a sudden, it bursts into flames, and then one of his, like, the fuel pump guy, catches on fire. They're like trying to extinguish him, and I'm like, oh my God! Another driver crashes into his pit crew, like hits them on the wall.
It was a stunt man.
I mean, you remember when we met our NASCAR guys? Like, they're not there for giggles. Like, they have an important job, but they're in equal amount of danger as these drivers.
Absolutely.
I feel. I mean, it was like nonstop absolute chaos. I was just like, every time I would look, it would be a caution, a
Wow.
crash, someone's catching on fire.
Yeah.
It was out of control.
That's intense, man. That's
Oh
intense.
my god.
That sounds
Um,
like a crazy movie, like Demolition Derby or something.
yeah, it felt a little Final Destination to me. IndyCar. I was like, oh my god, like every place, like it just makes me appreciate, and I hope and I know the drivers have a deep appreciation for their crew. But oh my gosh, these guys are really truly putting their lives at risk here.
Dang.
And
Yeah.
they sure did. But Alex Palou comes through, wins. It was fun. His
Yep.
first Indy oval win, which was cool. So yeah, it was crazy. I mean, if people aren't watching because they know a driver, they're watching for that activity, and they sure got it. It's definitely different than Monaco. There was a lot of chaos. But again, like I can't emphasize this enough. Like there are so many people who are working so hard to make sure these cars run safely and that the drivers are protected, but the drivers aren't the only ones at risk. And I think we really need to give a good shout out to the pit crew and then the families and friends of these guys who watch them literally catch on fire sometimes as these races
Man.
are happening.
Crazy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Isn't that scary?
Human Torch.
Oh, that's scary.
That's crazy.
Because they use, well, I mean, what's different between NASCAR, IndyCar and Formula One? Formula One doesn't, you never fuel up anymore because they're hybrids.
Yeah. And,
So
wow. I didn't realize they
they're
were
full.
hybrids. That's dope.
Yeah. A lot of the technology in your electronic vehicle that you have, your electric vehicle, is really learned and gained from the hybrids of cars like Formula One when they're trying to think about how to build these in a way that makes sense. So Formula One doesn't fuel up. You'll never see them fuel up during a pit stop, which eliminates kind of that risk of that same type of fire where, you know, gas gets places and things can ignite.
Yeah.
They obviously still catch on fire when there's big crashes,
Oh,
but
for sure. But they're
it's
not
different.
carrying the big fuel loads like they used to.
right. Which
Yeah,
does
Great
though, I mean,
information right there.
Yeah, that's dope.
I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I had no idea.
I didn't know that.
don't you love
dope.
a fun fact, Unc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Is your Genesis? I can't remember. Is your Genesis a hybrid or you just
No,
have
no.
straight gas?
Straight gas.
gas.
And I'm trying to switch him over to this electric life. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that for him.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
well,
you
you
know it's
know,
city driving around here.
On my next car, so you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Both
switch him
my cars
over.
are fairly new. So
When Noonish
Yeah.
makes a bunch of money and you guys make $1 million, Unc's gonna
It's
get
gonna be an option for him. Just one of them.
Yeah.
You feel me?
yeah.
I think I'll go electric today. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll go hybrid
I
today.
have no problem with electric.
I love to have
No
options.
problem with it.
Yeah, a lot of people have not adopted it as quickly, and I'm
That's okay.
fine with that. Find great deals.
I like I'm not an early adopter necessarily. I like to watch other people
Yeah.
try things out. I like to know the lessons learned, and then I like 2.0. You know, like
Oh,
I
for
want to
sure.
go in after they've worked out the kinks. It's kind of like me and the Vegas Grand Prix.
Well,
I didn't want to
see-
go to the first 2 years.
Well, see, you know, that technology is really old. The
Mm-hmm.
United States is just adapted.
Adopted.
To it.
Yeah,
'Cause,
absolutely.
you know,
Right.
all of the super trains in Europe, which is 40 years old, they
Mhm.
they are electric.
Yeah. That's true.
We're just
though.
behind.
Yeah, that's
We're
it.
just
That's it. Slow to adopt. You know,
Yeah.
adapt.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. But we're really free though. But yeah, those Dallas Stars though, huh? You got some gray hairs? You got any new gray hairs? CY? Have they popped out?
A moment of silence because you know how I feel. You guys know I'm a sore
Cannot
loser.
play with him. Cannot win with him. Cannot coach with him. Can't do it.
You guys know I'm a sore loser.
Yeah.
And there's just something about losing multiple in a row that really just sends me into a tizzy.
Hey,
Okay.
It's a habit. Winning's a habit and losing's a habit now.
I needed a break. That's where I should have taken a nap was mid Stars game because I really came in confident. And I'm not saying that I'm not confident. There's still obviously a great opportunity for us. But there's just something about those Oilers. They're really on to something.
You said it's a great opportunity for us.
I think when I say great, I'm saying there is a slight possibility that we can still be in it. It's small. If I'm using my predictive analytics, it's not a 90% chance, but it's not zero. And I just think
keep it real.
Is it great? No, but to my friends from the Stars who sometimes watch my clips, I'm cheering you on.
Yes.
I am excited for you. I'm proud of you. But if we could just marinate on these losses and get our shit together, then my prediction will come true. I think it'll be the Stars and the Panthers in the World Cup, in the Stanley Cup.
I'm just saying, if you're wide up, I see my boy Stankhoven has 5 goals in these playoffs, and he's going hard over in Carolina.
Where is Mikko Rantanen? Because we really gassed. Okay, I'm on a love-hate with Mikko. 1 game, I love him.
Yeah.
2 games, he's got back-to-back hat tricks. He's scoring like 6 of the 7 goals that had happened. Where you been, Mikko?
Crickets.
What's going on? What's happening? I will say, last night, our good friend Jason Robertson, old Robo, he had his 2nd goal of the playoffs, which was nice, but it was the only goal of the night for the Dallas Stars.
But you know how Mikko has to be feeling? I'm doomed, man.
I was about to say.
I mean, don't never give up.
That was about to be my next question right there. So how often? So we've lost what? 2 in a row or 3 in a row?
2.
3 in a row.
We've lost 3 in a row?
Yeah.
All right.
We won the first game.
Yeah.
We won the first game.
So how many times this season have the Stars lost 4 games in a row?
Well, remember in our right at the tail end of the regular season, we lost 8 in a row.
Yeah, 8.
And things were not feeling good. But then we came back. Then remember, okay, Unc, we had this conversation when we were talking about it's a mentality, right? Like the winning mentality. And when you're down that much, I think sometimes you can just stay in that slump. Luckily, the Stars pull themselves out and are able to, beat the Avalanche and blah, 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 and get to this point. But it was ugly. It wasn't pretty to get there. I'm worried about that happening, but we don't have enough time. We don't have 5 games left. We don't have the wiggle room here. So they need to get it together.
Exactly.
We got 3 games left.
Exactly.
Hey, you know what I tell my teammates? They beat us 3 in a row. All we got to do is beat them 3 in a row.
Exactly. Let's get our lick back. Let's get our licks back, man.
Let's get our 3.
I think we can.
But we got to win the first one.
Yep.
And they're back home, right? They're coming back home.
Come back home.
Hopefully too.
But I mean, I don't know how this. It's weird in hockey. They do the 2-2, then they go one back. Like they alternate.
So then we lost the
but
first one.
But technically, Game 7 could be in Dallas, which would be fun. If we win.
Yeah, I like that actually.
Yeah.
I like that.
2-2, then 1 back.
I do think that it has to be exhausting to do it that way.
Yeah, the travel.
Yeah,
and especially from Dallas to Edmonton.
Ugh, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know what that's like.
That's a nice flight right there. It got to be what, 5-6 hours, unless you're on a jet.
I could not even tell you. So yeah, we'll see.
Practicing all times of day and all times of night. Practicing after you come from the club halfway. Tipsy, all that help you can get ready for that.
Practice? You talking about practice? We're in the playoffs. If I don't got it by now.
I mean, but I'm just saying, you got to have already done that.
Yeah, you're right.
That got to be your pattern.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's why Michael Jordan could play golf and then go play a game, because he had been doing it.
And drink and smoke and drink.
Yeah.
And hit
like all athletes did back in the day.
Absolutely. And then go hoop.
Oh, yeah. The first time I ever ran a track and field, I was at the club that night.
Getting loose.
Hey, we didn't even leave the club.
That was the warm up.
We didn't leave the club till 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I had to run
and how'd you do the next day?
Huh?
How did you do the next day?
That's the first time I ran my life.
What?
I bet you felt slow, didn't you?
Huh?
When you ran your time, did you feel like you were running slow, or did you feel like you were running fast?
I couldn't even tell because I was too worried about making sure I just even run.
Okay, them PEDs, that oil, performance enhancing drink.
Hey, back in the day, the mentality was way different.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's what we did.
Hey, I mean, ain't no difference than taking a fat chew in the jaw. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the first, you woozy. You don't remember what's going on to the fifth.
We had to we at the breakfast spot that morning about 7 o'clock trying to eat some. You know you can't eat too much.
Yeah.
The camera turned.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
But we
We
was
good.
at the breakfast spot that morning trying to eat hash browns and settle our stomach so we'll be ready to run.
Man.
In 2.5 hours.
Yeah. Hey, you should have done that every time after that, huh? Hey, I'm getting drunk every time before I race and eating hash browns in the morning.
That's the way to
I
do
mean,
it,
that's
actually. I think that's what they
just
recommend.
really for real.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just what happens sometimes.
Real-
That was just that day.
Real true stories right there,
But see, the thing was, that was my first time doing it. I just ran fast. Faster than that.
But you had that routine before.
Yeah, I had done that before.
Must have been the air, the sound, the water. Well, yeah, see
Well, we'll see what happens. Let me tell you one thing I've got my eyes on. I'd really love to see some additional goals from let's say Tyler Sagan, Jamie Benn. Where are we at?
Yeah.
And I was stoked to see Robertson in a good spot, but Miko, my boy, what's
Yeah.
going on? Don't make me hate you again, because
Miko.
maybe that's what maybe that's what he needs from me, is a little healthy hatred. You know,
Come on,
like
Miko.
Miko, help a
It's not
sister out.
hatred.
But
It's just like,
Fandom.
hey, you've been doing it. We need it from you now. Do it now.
right,
And like I tell people, man, if you're an asshole, we can be friends if you're an asshole consistently. But don't come, switching it up on me, dog. I need you to be consistent. Miko,
Exactly.
bring your consistency, dog.
Yeah.
You
Bring
know,
the
Where you at? Where
consistency.
you at?
I either need the hat trick or I need the zero. Because if
Oh, man.
if you consistently a zero, you're not gonna be here. So I need that other guy. You know.
Well, then I have a message for Pete DeBoer, our coach. Can we please work with our team on what it means to kill a penalty? Every single time the Oilers have been, maybe not every single time, but a majority of the time that the Oilers have been on a power play, they have scored against us, and it's
Often.
not been pretty.
Absolutely.
And so, Pete, if we could just work on some drills, I don't care if it's after the club. I don't care what time it is.
It don't matter.
I want to work on our penalty kill rate, because Jesus Christ, not
It's
great
bad.
against the Oilers. But
Yeah, it was.
again,
It was 2-1 yesterday, and we went on penalty. And I started watching the Knicks games, and I came back and it was 4-1. I was like, damn.
yep. And then we hit him with that. I mean, you guys, you know what an empty netter is? You ever
Yes.
heard of an empty netter?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then they got us twice with the empty netter. It stings. It stings. An empty netter really
should-
stings. It's
that
fun
should
when it's
never
you.
happen.
It's fun when it's you, but
Empty netter.
Yeah.
not
Goodness
fun
gracious.
when it's against you. So
Let's
I
go,
don't know.
Stars.
We got it.
Crank you up. Get the
It'll be
energy
fine.
going in there. Come on, crank up, Stars. Let's
It'll
go
be
one good
fine.
time. One
It'll
good
be
time.
fine.
Well, good
We'll
time.
manifest.
Yeah, I
But
don't know what's
I've got
going on.
my eyes out. We'll see how it goes. Spain this weekend for Formula One. We got the stars. We got a lot of things happening. But let me do one quick update, because I'm sure Unk and everyone is dying to know about Kyle Larson. Remember, Kyle Larson was
Oh,
going to
yeah.
do the Indy 500.
Yeah, my son
And
actually
he
has his NASCAR at the house. I was like, I think I met this dude.
Bad news, guys. Bad
Oh,
news. He crashed at the Indy 500.
Oh no.
Makes it to Charlotte to race in the NASCAR race, and crashes in the NASCAR race, doesn't finish it off. So I said this on Instagram, but let me just make a statement for
See,
this.
Kyle, that's the
Let me
problem.
make a statement.
Can't be
And I'm going to
generous.
use this in a positive way. You ready?
Yeah.
One thing you guys should know is that it doesn't matter if you actually finish and complete what you said you were going to do. It's all about the hype and the buildup and the fact that you tried. This guy has done this now 2 times in a row, and it dominates the conversation. It's all over the news. He gets a ton of
Absolutely.
media, a ton of sponsorships, because on the off chance he can do it, it's a big deal.
A huge deal.
But he's not done it. He's not done it. I mean, I guess he's driven now in both, but to complete those races, which I think is the goal, is to do well. Not yeah, I mean, maybe just to finish the race, but DNF for both. It's like, okay. So the moral of the story is just try.
Yeah.
I can see
that's really what
ranking.
matters.
See why? The moral of
Sir.
the story is try. But I'm going to tell you this. If this guy do it a 3rd time and he crashed both races again, that means he can't do it. You can try all you want to, but you just can't do that.
Hey man, you got to be like Aaliyah.
Oh.
You got to dust yourself off and try
Yeah,
again.
dust yourself.
Oh.
Hey, he might know he can't do it, but these sponsorships and this money keep rolling in when he tries.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep
I
it
guess
in mind.
if I could make a couple extra G's, you know,
It's
not
Christmas.
not being able to do a backflip, I might try that a couple times too. But
Hey, try
Right.
to do it on a shorter race, Kyle. How about not the Indy 500? Let's do a shorter race.
and then there was like this nonsense on Twitter. It was like, "Ooh, is Kyle Larson gonna go to Formula One?" I was like, "Listen, Kyle. Okay, I got one thing to say. Stick to the sport that you know and do well there, and then we can talk about Formula One."
My boy
Because
is struggling to turn left.
oh my
And
god,
finish.
Struggling in both of them.
He can't turn left. He can't turn left and finish. He
But
can go
you
in
know
one
what?
direction, straight and left.
My guy gets the mentions, he gets the
Yeah.
media exposure, and he gets the sponsorship dollars. Honestly, he's on to something. Maybe I'm the dumb one, but we'll see. We'll
Hey.
see. Yeah, 3 years. Yeah, if this is another year of not completing or getting points in either, then it's time to. I think we sub Unk it, and I think we let Unk race instead.
Hey, that is the prime example of fake it till you make it.
Absolutely.
And the hard. I mean, he's a good. I mean, that's the hardest
Yeah.
part. Is like he's a very talented NASCAR driver.
He won the race here in Texas.
But it's like, Kyle, relax. Okay. So
Come on,
I don't know.
man.
Good for him, I guess. We'll
Yeah.
see.
Oh,
But
Yep. The bid is up, Kyle. We got you.
you can nap, Kyle. Take a break.
Yeah. What did he say? What's your boy say? Take a nap? Who said that?
If
If you-
EPMD.
Yeah, if you what did he
It's
say?
time to take a nap.
Yeah. Hey, take a nap, Kyle. Take a nap. Take a nap.
Take a little nap. Stick to NASCAR. Take a little car nap in your NASCAR, not
Yes,
the
sir.
Indy car or Formula One. Don't you dare. There was like a lot of talk, like maybe it was last year about him and like Max Verstappen racing each other. And I was like, come relax. Like that's a crossover. I don't need to see that. There's nothing there for me. Like
For what? You know,
Like,
for
for the-
what? We saw
Yeah.
MJ. We didn't need to see him on the baseball field. He was great at basketball. Hey, be great at NASCAR, Kyle. Keep knocking that out, bruh. You good.
Well, speaking of, let me go do my day job. Speaking of trying to do the most, I got to get back to work, but I love y'all. I'll
Yes,
see you
sir.
soon.
Love you too,
Formula One.
girl.
On Sunday. We'll talk to you later.
All right, CY, be good. Get after it. I know you will.
Next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Hey, y'all know what that is, man. Yeah.
Let's see.
That is the First Lady of Noonish. First Lady F1. First Lady of First Lady of Noonish. Like I said. Y'all know what time it is. Trip, where you at, big dog? Let's get to these topics, big dog. Yes, sir. Let me make my changes real quick. Yes, sir. Hey, you know, hey, he in now. He in now. He on. Oh, he just not on the ear no more. He not in the ear no more. Oh yeah, it's all good. You know.
It's all good, but
Hey, we here to get the people crunk.
While we right here at this point, if you have not subscribed to the show, don't hit that subscription button.
Yes, sir.
That like and share.
Do all that, man. It's
Then
good
hit
for
that
your soul.
notification bell, which don't seem to be working half of the time for us.
Yeah,
But hit it anyway.
Come to find out, oh, we jumping the gun. Jumping the gun. You know, we ain't talking about that just yet. What's going down, huh?
Nothing. Like I was telling the people, man, don't subscribe to the show. You know, hit that like button and then subscribe, notification. Hit all the buttons.
Yeah, hit all the buttons, man.
I think
Share
it's
it with
a
somebody.
I think it's about 4, right? All
Yeah,
together.
hit.
All 4 of them, man.
Yeah, max out one time for your mind, man. Appreciate you joining us today, man. Everybody out there, what up, chat? Hey, what up, Liam Spams? What's going down? Wes Morrow, what's going? Oh man, I played ball with a dude named Wes Morrow. Is that my homie, Wes? What's going down if that's my homie, man? Wes was crazy. That's my homie though. What up, Eliza? Hey, Wes used to throw about 98. You know what I'm saying? He didn't know where it was going too. We call that effectively wild in baseball. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes that's the best because guess what? That show make them hitters hit you. When that ball, you don't know where it's going.
Yeah. Yeah.
You be a little leery about just standing in there.
Yeah.
It might be coming from my head.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. We gotta make sure the people can hear you well, huh? Gotta make sure the people can hear you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Here we go. We about to get into this thing real quick. Let me make sure everything is caught up where it needs to be so I ain't too tripped out. Making sure we sound good over here.
Sound good.
Yeah, let me make sure you sounding good, huh? You good,
Yeah,
huh?
test 1, 2.
Turn these
I'm
things
sounding
up.
good.
before we get into these topics.
Before we get into these
Where
topics.
Diaz at? Hey, you know VD is in Chi-Town. What up? That's my boy West. What's going down? I was in Sherman, bro, for Memorial Day, dog. You know what I'm saying? Kicking it. But yeah, we sound good over here, so I'm gonna get this out of my ear right about now. The Funk Show, brother. Yeah, man. So, do we need to talk about Diddy at all this week? You had
man. I mean, it ain't no time. I mean,
you had enough Diddy in your life,
huh?
You had enough Diddy in your life already.
It was too much when it started.
Too much.
It was too much when it started, man. I mean, you know, everybody know what Diddy was doing. You know, so don't act like it's no. I mean, you know, people don't want to face the real truth, but this is about money and power.
Absolutely.
It has nothing to do with the people involved.
Yeah.
This is about money and power. This is about people that's richer than Diddy.
Yeah.
This is about people that was controlling Diddy.
Hey.
Diddy got out of control a little bit, so
Hey.
we got to put you back in your place, Diddy.
Same
Kanye
situation.
West, I don't care who you.
Same situation with Shadua.
Got out your place,
And then
we're gonna put you back in your place.
in your place,
Hey,
man.
I mean, you know, so
you
let's
don't
just get
dictate
real
the
about
rules.
it, man. Yeah. I ain't, you know,
We
not
dictate
saying what
the
he
rules.
did wasn't horrific, but they let him do it for years and years. You
Yeah.
think they just found out?
What up, Brian? What's
They
going
know
on?
the first party he
Appreciate
had.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they been know. They
Yeah.
taught him how to get down with the get down.
He didn't
You know, we
learn-
talked about it last week. Elvis married a 15. Priscilla was what, 14, 15?
Yeah, and I couldn't hardly think last week, but it was Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah.
Married his first cousin?
Yeah.
She was 14.
Man.
All that, you know, but that was a different day and time.
American woman.
I mean, that was a different day and time. A lot of people was getting married young then, but it don't matter. It was still against
Appreciate
the law.
the likes, man.
No matter
Appreciate
what
the
you
love,
did.
Brian. That's what I'm talking about, big dog. Let's go, man. Support the show, man. Hey, if you over here, man, in the chat, man, you always can slide over to YouTube like Uncle said a second ago before we get on to these topics, man. Always slide over to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, man. You can slide back to whatever platform you on in the chat, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just support your fam right here, man. Share it with some people, man. We're growing organically. You know, we want to see this thing grow. We've seen every time we announce this on the show, we grow by like 10 people. You know, we want to see it grow by the 10s and the 20s, and we appreciate it. Don't want to sound like we're not appreciative, because absolutely, if it's one, thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? But we trying to blow this thing up, you know, make it real deal Holyfield, because we think we got some real deal good content over here.
Oh, yeah, we got
you
some
know,
good content. We got some people know what they're talking about.
Absolutely. In the building one good time, man. But let's jump on in to these good topics right now, man. We're going to start with that WNBA. Hey, you know, we got this, we had a pretty good, as far as basketball is concerned, men's and women's.
Oh, yeah.
We had a pretty solid draft this year.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The men's draft hadn't come yet, but that lottery, you know, we got that number one, so we know what to expect.
Yeah, they're going to take Cooper Flag.
Old Cooper Flag.
Coming
Yes,
to
sir.
Dallas.
Coming to D-Town.
Because, you know, D-Town, if you get what I'm saying,
Hey.
D-Town done had...
They are. If you want to crown them, then crown them, huh? We are who we say we are.
But Dallas done had Brad Davis.
Yes, sir.
Was the face of the team.
Yes, sir. I mean, I thought it was Rondo Blackman and Derek Harper, but the man show is him and Brad Davis.
Yeah, and then they had Dirk Nowitzki.
Dirk.
And then they had
Luka.
Now they got Cooper Flag.
Absolutely.
Pretty much the flagship player.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, this right here, Dallas, man.
That's Dallas right there, man.
I know how Dallas go.
Hey.
And anybody that live around Dallas, build around Dallas, y'all better, if you don't know, you better find out.
Hey, and before Paige, we had the best point guard in the league in WNBA, didn't we?
Yeah, but I haven't heard her name since Paige got here.
You know?
Since they drafted Paige.
Yeah, I mean, she didn't even get elected to the USA basketball team,
But she
the
lit
women's
them up.
squad. But she lit
them up.
Lit
And
their ass up
then
in the
she
All-Star
lit the
game,
All-Star
though.
game.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you know, so, you know, it's all about publicity, and publicity drives everything. That's why the most popular players are the greatest players. And I say it's a popularity, not necessarily what they did on the court.
I mean, her and Wilt was pretty popular with them ladies, though.
Oh, yeah, huh?
Her and Wilt was pretty popular with them ladies
Oh, yeah.
doing that horizontal tango. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
We talking about the same.
Oh, yeah.
Enrique is who we talking about, the point guard with the wings. But anyway, you know, we stay on. I mean, we can talk all day because it's me and Unc, man. We can just talk.
We're gonna stick to Enrico and Paige.
Yeah, but you know, Enrique, of course, she's been going hard since she's been in the WNBA. But now Paige Bueckers, UConn #1 pick, Dallas Wings. We got her. Yes, we did, and now she has become the second fastest rookie to ever get a double-double in a game versus the Minnesota Lynx. Yes, sir.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm guessing it was Caitlin Clark was the first.
Well, you know,
that's really who But hey, I tell you this.
A lot of that. See, you got to take a lot of that in the context when they say first rookie.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you better go. I mean, you know, this is the thing. Rookie.
She said the fastest. She said the second fastest. The second fastest to get the double-double.
Yeah. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of that stuff. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, you can. That's something that can be measured accurately, right there.
I mean, you know, if you go back and look at some people that win, I'm not necessarily saying, but no, I hear a lot of times this the first and that's the this and that. Then when you check the record, that's not true.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because I hear all the time.
It's all dependent upon when they start taking the statistics.
Not even when
the data.
Because this is what I hear all the time. Michael Jordan was the first 3P.
Well, I never, I don't know what
I mean, I done heard that several times lately.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, they got a clip of Michael saying, "Was this the first 3P?" I was like, "No, it's not, Michael."
Nah,
Stop that. I mean,
Bill Russell won what 11? In 12 years.
No, yeah. I mean, he
so I know he had a 3P to 2 within that span.
One time he had 8 in a row.
Yeah, so
he
that's
had 8 in a row. I mean,
that's almost 3 repeats in a row.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
that's wild.
It basically was because the one in between that he didn't win, he didn't play.
Yeah.
So
for
him, it was like 9 in a row for him.
Yeah. What injury did he have back in the gap?
Yeah, I think it was a hamstring or something. His second year, he didn't play in the NBA. He had played in the first round. He didn't play no more in the playoffs. And then they won his rookie year. Second year, he was hurt. Then they won 8 in a row. So basically for him, if you got not count the ones he didn't play in, he actually won 9 in a row.
Yeah. No, so watching Paige up.
Oh yeah, she can play too, man.
This is what I'm gonna say about Paige. She might not be, and she may be. Because I mean, a logo 3 is the same 3 points as one behind the 3-point line.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I think Paige Bueckers is better than Caitlin Clark, and I'm gonna go on the record saying that right now. Paige Bueckers is better than Caitlin Clark. She was better coming out of high school. She was better at UConn until she got injured and then came back and actually, teammates matter. But won a national championship. She don't have the points that Caitlin has.
No, she had better teammates.
She had better teammates to distribute the ball to.
Yeah.
So the burden wasn't as heavy on her. She didn't have big of a load as Caitlin Clark did at Iowa, so she didn't have to score them points. But efficiency? I think Paige Bueckers is better than Caitlin Clark, and that's my opinion.
I ain't got no problem with that opinion because this is the thing. Just because I'm not gonna say Paige Bueckers a better shooter.
I can't say she's worse. She might not be shooting logo 3s.
But this is the thing. Go look. She's a better percentage-wise shooter.
Yeah.
She's a better rebounder. She's a better passer. She's a better defender.
Yeah.
So to say she's a better player, I ain't got no problem with that. Somebody else might.
Yeah.
But I ain't got no problem with it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That's why
she's not taking those logo 3s, but she is a high percentage shooter from 3.
And then it don't matter as long as it's going.
As long as it's behind the same line.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
She might be a higher percentage 3-point shooter than Caitlin. Oh.
Just like last year. People thought I would you ain't falling out behind Caitlin. Oh, Caitlin.
No, I love Caitlin Clark. I love Caitlin Clark. Don't get it twisted
But last year, they were talking like Caitlin Clark was the first, last, and end-all, be-all. And I was saying, it's not so fast, my friend. You know how I am.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, I've seen, because I've seen a lot of female basketball players, and it's hard for me to say that anybody's better than Cynthia Cooper.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say anybody's better than Cheryl Swoop. It's hard for me to say somebody better than Cheryl Miller.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to say somebody better than Caitlin Clark. So I can't tell you which one's the best.
Hey.
But they played in a different era. The game was different. The physicality was different. All that.
Yeah.
But
I say this, son.
Who's the best?
Before I knew who Caitlin Clark was, I knew who Paige Bueckers was.
No. And before I knew any of them, I know who Cheryl Miller and Cynthia Cooper was.
Oh, for sure.
I mean,
I'm just talking about those two. I'm just keeping it between them two
I
right
did
there.
too.
Just between Paige and Caitlin.
I had forgot. But I forgot that Paige got hurt because I wonder what happened to her.
she got injured. She got injured for one season and then came back and won the national championship.
And she was out the year that Angel Reese and
Caitlin
Clark was doing all that.
Same type of situation with Juju Smith.
But
not Juju Smith. Juju Lewis. No, not Juju Lewis. What's Juju? Juju out there at USC. It's too many Jujus around here right now.
Yeah, I can't think.
Watkins.
Watkins. But it's the same thing. The year before, Paige Bueckers was all of that. Then she got hurt. They talk like she didn't exist.
Yeah, exactly.
And then she came back. And then now they're talking back about it like they did before she got
and
hit.
if you watch her play with the Wings right now, she is distributing that thing beautifully. She's shooting that thing at a high clip. Out there like Alex English, Out there having a Tyrese Haliburton type night all the time, though.
Oh, yeah.
Minimizing turnovers and being very efficient with the basketball, man. Hey, I'm going to say it again. I think Paige Bueckers is a better player than Caitlin Clark. And that's why that game has moved over to American Airlines Arena. And it's better players than both of them in the league already.
Oh, absolutely.
Enrique better than both of them. You know what I'm saying? But what they are doing is a beautiful thing, right? And more eyes will go to Enrique now.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe more brand deals will go to Enrique.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because they probably going to win more now.
I'm telling you, man.
Because you get better teammates. You win a whole lot more with better teammates than you do all by yourself.
And winning.
Not all by yourself, but with some lesser teammates, you do a lot better.
And winning brings eyeballs, and eyeballs come with pockets.
Oh, yeah. And
deep
I want to say this, how go you say, this kind of remind you of Tom Brady and Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
Where they didn't win. That remind you of a lot of people didn't win without the other.
Oh, for sure.
That remind you of Michael and Scotty.
Yeah.
No matter all that stuff they talk about Michael, he didn't do nothing without Scotty.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
All that stuff they talk about Magic ain't won that championship without Kareem.
Hey, Alex English led the league in scoring in the 80s, and him and Michael won the same amount of titles in the 80s.
Zero.
That's how tough it was.
Yeah.
Teammates matter.
Tough. The 80s was, to me, my two best decades is the 60s and the 80s, because the 60s was a more pure brand of basketball. They didn't have all the athleticism, so they relied on fundamentals, like when you're going for the rebound, boxing out, stand sound defensively, don't jump to the side, move one. I mean, that was a more fundamentally sound that I remember basketball being played since I've been watching. And then the 80s was the tallest decade and the best efficiency shooting decade. And at the time, I didn't know it, but I was like, boy, these boys, when you got
some good basketball being played.
Yeah, some good basketball in the 80s. And so,
boys shooting over trees.
Yeah, they shooting over trees. They had some big boys. They had some big boys.
And figuring out how to get around them trees.
Because I heard them talking about the Utah Jazz the other day, just jumping the gun a little bit. And I heard the guy say, well, they had John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, and they had Big Ostertag in the middle. No, they had Big Mark Eaton was bigger than Ostertag.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the 80s. Ostertag was there in the 90s. Big Mark Eaton was there in the 80s.
Jordan dunked on Big Mark Eaton, too.
That was
great.
But Utah had a winning record against Chicago in the 80s.
Absolutely.
In the 80s. Not in the 90s, in the 80s.
But the 80s for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you didn't know it, man, big news this week, WNBA Caitlin Clark is out for a couple weeks, man. The Indiana coach said this is a time where the team can come together and actually grow. So, but it sucks. Don't like to see Caitlin out.
Oh, yeah.
She got hurt. She'll be back, though.
What the coach is
little quad strain, ain't nothing major.
What the coach is really saying, we can learn how to play and quit depending on Caitlin so much.
Absolutely.
We need to learn how to play. That's basically saying.
Yeah.
It's like, y'all in the WNBA, shoot the ball.
Shoot the rock, man.
Oh, yeah.
You here, we drafted you for a reason. We're going to do things a little different today.
Okay,
We're going to start today with Ring the bell.
I'm going to start it with ring the bell.
We're going to start it. And this week we got who?
We got Dan the Horse Isson. hey, what we say about them nicknames?
They earned them.
You earned them.
Yeah,
and when you got a nickname, see, they don't use that anymore. But back in the day, in the 70s and stuff, they said, man, that dude is a horse. That means you can ride him to some wins if you're a horse. And Dan Issel was from the University of Kentucky. He came out in 70, 71. Well, his rookie year was 70, 71. So he came out of the University of Kentucky in 1970. He played there from 67 to 1970. And I think that was up under Adolph Rupp, if I'm not mistaken. That was before the other coach. That was Adolph Rupp, I think, was at was Adolph Rupp at Kentucky? But anyway, this is about Dan Issel. Dan Issel, and Dan Issel was 6'9". They called him the Horse. And Dan Issel was, the reason they called him the Horse, because Dan Issel would do anything to try to help his team win. You know, Dan Issel would dive for loose balls, jump on the floor, set screens, whatever he had to do. He was like, he played like a Dennis Rodman that could put up more like 20 every night. And when I say that, people go, oh, no. You just have to realize that it was a different time. The players had a different mentality. And actually, Dan Issel, when he left the University of Kentucky, he went to the ABA in 1970. And he spent 5 years until 75, 76, when the ABA converted over to the NBA. And in the ABA, Dan Issel averaged 25.6 points. In the NBA, he averaged 20.4 points, which came out to a career average of 22.6. So Dan Issel could score, and he played hard, man. And these guys, you know, when you look back, when I look back and I think of how guys played, Dan Issel was fearless. He was fearless of other players. He was fearless of the floor. He was fearless of the stands. And when I say that, he would dive on the floor for loose balls. He would run in the stands, dive in the stands to try to get a loose ball to knock it back on the court. And when I say the fearless of other players, Dan Issel would sit a pick or run through a pick on anybody. And this is in the early 70s, and you had guys, you know, you had your Elvin Hayes and your Wes Hustles and all kind of guys like that in the NBA. Willis Reed, Bob Lanier. Dan Issel was tough, man, and he could score, and he did it over and over and over. And here we go again with one of these guys. One of these guys that played all the time. Dan Issel, during his whole NBA, ABA career, Dan Issel played 82 games 8 times. He played 81 games 2 times. He played 80 games 2 times. And then he played 79 games 1 time. And then the year he got traded, he played 76 games, and he missed 3 games because of the trade. And then his last year in the NBA, he played 77 games. So all of these guys could play basketball. And I think the reason that they played so many games is because they spend less time. I'm going to say it like this. This is the real truth. And I'm from that era. I think they spend less time working out and they spend more time playing basketball.
Man.
And that's why they could play 82 games 8 times, 81 games 2 times, 80 games twice, 79 games once, 76 games 1 year. That's the year he got traded. He missed some games because he was traded. And his last year in the league, he played 77 games. So these guys could play, and Dan Issel.
He boys is playing in Chuck Taylors, man.
Yeah.
He boys playing in Adidas with hard rubber soles.
Yeah, they were playing in Chuck Taylors.
Wasn't no air.
Pro Kids.
Yeah.
Those were the 2 big shoes back in the 70s. And they wasn't even made out of leather.
On concrete and wood most of the time.
Yeah.
And none of this buoyant, bouncy wood.
But they played. But this is the thing. This is when I was a young man. In the 70s, we look for places to go play basketball on a daily basis. You would travel from gym to gym to gym to play basketball. And when I was in the Air Force, we played basketball. Then when you got on a team like the base team, you would travel somewhere. It would be 40, 50, 60 teams on a tournament, and you would get there on a Friday. And to win the tournament, if you win in the winner's bracket, you would have to win 5 games to win the tournament. If you win the loser's bracket, you might have to play 7.
So do you think that weightlifting, that real deal weightlifting started with MJ?
No.
Who was the first to really get in there and get in that gym like that, huh? Because that changed the game. I mean, it had to happen.
Well, one of the first people that lifted weights was Walt Frazier.
What up, Brian D? What's going down? Homie Johnson Brothers Stomp played.
I mean, all of them.
My whole life. That's
all of them lifted a little weights to a certain, but they didn't dedicate it because, back in the day, I just seen Walt Frazier speak on it. Because back in the day, they actually thought that lifting weights would mess up your shot.
Oh, I mean, I know it messed up mine, and I wasn't no hooper. But when I got done lifting them weights, that shot was strong.
That's not true. Because if you lift weights and practice all the time, it don't mess up your shot.
For
That's
sure.
the same way. Back
but
in the
I didn't
day,
practice all the time. I lift weights for a season.
But this is the thing. Back in the day, it just wasn't basketball that they thought lifting weights would mess you up on. They thought lifting weights would mess your swing up in baseball in the 70s.
Wow. Yeah. See,
they thought that lifting weights would make you slow in track.
Oh, wow.
All of that, they thought that it would mess up your rhythm, your smoothness.
So who was the one to make them, think different about that is what I'm saying. It had to be somebody that came through swole up.
Well, it wasn't.
That was doing things. I mean, Will Chamberlain lifted 500 pounds.
It was people that wasn't even athletes figured that out.
Yeah.
That was these
the scientists and things like that. Yeah.
That was these smart guys in the in the
supplement game. They should have kept messing with supplements and not done nothing with analytics. Analytics are cool, but
but no, it was guys that wasn't even great athletes that figured it out. It was guys that wasn't even athletes that figured out, wait a minute, man. If you
combine these two and do it
if you take these two and
regularly,
put them together, physics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Physics figured it out.
Yeah.
It wasn't athletics.
Strength and speed, absolutely.
Because it was
combined.
It was a physics and a trainer guy that told Walt Frazier way back in the when he was at college. Don't make me call this college.
I'm just saying, Michael. Michael made it apparent that he hit that weight room because of them bad boys. That was his. That is how he was going to change the game, and that's how he did change the game.
Yeah,
and he continued to do it for the rest of his career.
Yeah, because he know he had to get stronger because you
got them corn feds in there.
You had guys like Rick Mahorn and stuff that was just naturally strong.
Yeah.
They lifted some weights, but not like they do now. They were just naturally strong and they would be
big
boys.
They
throw a little weights in there, and now they way stronger than everybody. And if you even gonna go to the hole and penetrate and lay it up without getting crushed, you gotta be stronger than you was.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I mean, you see it now. Like it was
big boys.
I feel like it's a regress. Right now, I feel like there are some guys that are in that gym, but I feel like it's something that need to get in there for sure. Look at my boy for Oklahoma City in the middle. Holmgren. Chad Holmgren.
No, look at Carl Anthony Towns.
Yeah, Carl.
Man, the other day I seen him throw a pass like this and all this shit.
Yeah.
You ain't solid.
He's skinny fat. He's skinny fat.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's so.
That's what I'm saying. He ain't in that weight room.
Yeah, some guys, KD.
Just salt. Yeah, man.
KD got in the weight room.
I think KD actually is in the weight room. I think he's one of them wiry strong cats though.
No, they talk about that all the time. KD don't lift weights.
He don't lift weights?
Yeah, I just saw a clip the other day saying KD flaws. He don't get in the weight room.
Slim Reaper. He old school. He just hoop. KD one of them cats that played Rucker.
But this is the
thing. He drew league.
But these old school dudes was country strong. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Elvin Hayes, I mean, and people don't understand what country strong is.
I think KD from like Baltimore or something.
Yeah, these
DC and Maryland.
These guys are. Elvin Hayes from Louisiana. He might have been. He might have grown up on a farm.
My boy was picking up hay every Saturday.
These guys, when I say country strong, if anybody knows.
Chopping wood.
They
Country strong, man. Hey, I got a homie named Todd Stroud. Todd, I'll call you out, dog. Todd was swole forever and didn't touch weights until probably high school.
Yeah.
Because he was out there messing with them cows, baling that hay. I'm sure he was chopping some wood. And that stuff, dude, them forearms up, them wrists up, like them hands get strong.
Yeah.
Them thick hands. Hey, you want to see some thick hands? Go holler at a farmer real quick.
Oh, yeah. And sometimes them dudes is stronger than weightlifters, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Because it's the whole thing. You go in the gym, you're going to do 8 sets of 10 on your chest. Then you're going to do, not necessarily on your chest. You're going to do 15 to 25 sets on your chest, even if you're a bodybuilder. But they doing lifting, hey, doing all this total cross tie.
Old school.
You know, back in the day, you know what a cross tie is?
No.
That's what's on the railroad track. You know those things that go across that piece of wood?
Yeah.
Have you seen, there's some people put them on side their houses as wall retainers?
I've never even looked and see how big they are, but I'm sure they're pretty solid.
They big as hell.
Yeah.
And the average man cannot pick up one today.
But back in the gap, the average man, that's how they got them down there.
Your grandfather used to pick up 2 of them.
And
he didn't weigh 200
at a time?
At a time. Stand them up, put them on his shoulder. And your Uncle Raymond is country strong.
Yeah.
He started toting cross tie. He was toting like this when he was 10 or 12 years old, trying to do what his daddy did. But when he came to the city, when he got out to start working,
he couldn't do it no more.
No, when he came to the city and started working construction, they say, get out the way and let Big Rain get it. If something they couldn't pick up, get out the way and let Raymond get it.
That's just in the blood, though. Huh?
That part too.
But
I'm saying it came to your grandfather 200 pounds and could tote 2 cross ties, and I've seen dudes weigh 250 and 60 can't tote one.
Man,
so I'm just saying,
that came right on down that bloodline, y'all.
So that
you know what it
kind of dudes these guys was back then. Because the reason they called them the horse, because this one was just tough. And, when you call a dude a horse back then, you can ride him to victory.
Is dancing in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but he ain't no 50 greats.
What'd you say his average was?
Well, his overall average is 22.6, but he averaged 25 in the ABA, and he averaged 20 in the NBA, which came to 22.
Yeah.
For his whole career.
My
but
boy,
this is the thing. He played in the ABA 5 years. That's when he was young.
It's not the Pete Rose of basketball. Charlie Hustle.
When he first came to the NBA, he was averaging 22 and 23.
Yeah.
And then in his later years, he went to 17, 18, and that brought it down.
How many guys you see averaging 20 diving after balls on the floor right now?
Settle. Zero.
Settle. Man, yeah, that's a hustle, effort, for the love of the game, for the sake of not losing, because I just want to dominate whoever's across from me. That's a lost art.
Yeah. That's a lost art.
And that's what I don't see in LeBron. That's why I say Jordan better than LeBron, because I ain't seen it in LeBron. But anyway, shout out Dan Issel. And that is Ring the Bell with Hump. Y'all know what that is.
Switch it up.
I know you love it. If you like it, I love it, man. Yeah, now it's time. We're going to switch this thing on up. Move on to these NBA playoffs, man. That good NBA playoff action. One good time for your mind, man. So, NFC East, New York Knickerbocker fans, Knickerbocker. You know what I'm saying? Stars been out there.
You said NFC East.
I said NFC East? Is that what I said? I'm sorry. NBA East.
Eastern Conference.
Hey, man, them Cowboys always on my mind. Always on my mind.
I feel bad for you. They ain't on my mind.
I'm just saying. Not, they in the back. I can't help it. But yeah.
I know. I'm just messing.
Nah, they really not on my mind right now.
I know.
But they're on my heart. They in my heart.
Oh, yeah. They always in my heart.
That's why that came out. But that NBA East. Eastern Conference Finals right now, man. Indiana Pacers, New York Knickerbockers. We told you what we told you, man. We've been telling y'all about these Pacers.
What's 3-1?
Well, it's 3-1. We told you this series was over before it started.
And they finna go back to Indiana.
So Raw. No, they're going back to New York. They're going back to New York. They was in Indiana.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah. They was in Indiana, then New York.
No, they was in New York, in Indiana. And then
New
back
York
to
had
New
a
York.
better record than Indiana.
I guess so.
I guess so.
You know what I'm saying? Because they back in New York.
I just never have considered them better than Indiana ever. In my mind, I have. So maybe I got it twisted.
The
But
record,
anyway.
you know, injuries, you know, people not being out, you know, patients just knowing they a lot better, not wanting to show everything they got, working on things, getting to the playoffs.
And I'm going to say it like
those
this.
things they were working on.
It's all over. The fat lady having a song. She's standing by the curtain.
Yeah.
She on the stage. She just behind. No, she already done that. She just waiting to be waiting. No, she already did all that.
She did that already?
She just waiting to be waiting on stage. The fat lady just waiting to come on stage and sing in the microphone, baby.
They already got the microphone up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
the fat
saying?
lady just waiting for
The light is on the spot.
The fat lady is waiting for the stage hand to get out the way, and they can say, "There you go."
Waiting for the crowd to get cranked up one time.
Yeah. She done cleared her throat. She done did all her. She done did all that. She's standing behind the curtain waiting to walk on stage.
They doing one last security check.
So the fat lady can go on stage and sing.
One last security check, man. But yeah, man, this was a wrap, man.
Yeah.
And hey,
pretty much.
You know, and we're going to get to Haliburton in a second. But Rick Carlisle, again, utilizing his weapons to the max.
But let me say this.
Neesmith.
The one game that New York did win, they accidentally lucked up.
They came
almost
back.
Came in the fourth quarter from 13.
Down 20. They were down 20, but they came back down 13 in the fourth.
Yeah, something like that. 13, I think, in the fourth. And so, you know, they took their foot off the gas. But if they don't take their foot off the gas, man, the fat lady is already walking, man. She halfway to the microphone.
Don't you?
That's all I can tell her. The fat lady is on her way to the microphone.
Comfortable. They got too comfortable in that game.
Oh, yeah, but
hey, you know, what they just did was extend the series, man. They was like, look, man, we could go ahead and win this game. We know we're going to win the rest of the games in Indiana. But let's go. It's a lot more fun to disrupt things in New York. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Let's take it back to New York for at least one more game.
Oh, yeah.
Get these people. I wouldn't even be surprised if they extended in another game. Get 2 games out of New York. You know what I'm saying?
I'll call you back, doctor. I'm on the podcast.
On the podcast, Doc. Yes, sir.
All right. Nah. So there ain't many people I answer for.
Oh, for sure.
But that's one of the people that if he'd have said something,
yeah.
I would have said, what? What you say, what?
Yeah. So I feel like Indy might even extend it an extra game just so they can get some actual practice.
Yeah. No, they ain't going to
against another squad. You know, take it to game 6.
Now you got to take them out when you can, yeah.
I think they can take them out when they want to, huh? Is what I'm trying to tell you. They haven't shown that they've been ahead in every game at some point. Even though the first game they went ahead into the end.
I'm gonna say it like this: end it, need to end it now.
End it right now.
Yeah,
don't play with them.
Yeah, choke slam them, man. Choke slam them. Why? You know, when you get your hand on the man,
who executing the choke slam? This is Andre the Giant choke slam.
Yeah, Andre.
Or we talking about Undertaker Kane?
No, we talking with Andre.
Big Andre.
Big Andre got the best one.
It's a wrap.
First off, he gonna lift you the highest
and
slam you the hardest.
And he weigh the most.
Yeah.
Choke slam.
Yeah, go on to choke slam him
Bottom
out.
out. Yes, sir. What up, Kellen Skelly? They ain't coming back. Nah, they ain't coming back, dog.
They ain't coming back. It's all over. Like I said, the fat lady is on her way to the microphone.
My boy Brian D said he played basketball around Boston his whole life. Dave Cowens, Robert Parrish, and Larry the Bird. Yes, sir. Kellen Skelly, they ain't coming back.
Well,
now,
they been around.
Hey,
just don't think. Hey, if you've been around Boston, I'm gonna tell you 2 of the most underrated. Say, man, Charlie Scott and JoJo White. Better talk about them.
Charlie Scott and JoJo White. You got to bring them to the forefront, huh? You know.
Oh, yeah.
You just mentioned them in the background right now, but you know we got this segment called Ring the Bell, where we like to bring
so many
the old schools to the forefront.
It's so many bells I got to ring, man.
Yeah. Hey, Tom Chambers was a great one. Ron Harper. Hey, people still. I can't believe the conversation around Ron Harper right now, huh?
Say, man, because people didn't know for 8 years Ron Harper averaged 20 before he went to Chicago.
Yeah.
People don't know that. People think he was a 6-point scorer.
And it's a lot of people that do know it, and they think we don't know that he hurt his knee before he went to Chicago. Yeah, we know that. And we talked about that.
And this the whole thing.
But he was still
But
cold when he got to Chicago.
But this is the thing. He averaged 20 after he hurt his knee his last year with the Clippers.
Yep.
He averaged 20.1.
Right back to it.
So he back to 20. He's a 20-point scorer.
Yes,
Has
sir.
nothing to do with the knee. He gave his game up for victories.
Period.
What you can't get players to do now.
Period. And everybody want to talk about, oh, man, he hurt his knee. That's why he wasn't scoring what he was scoring.
No.
Had nothing to do with that,
And
man.
then he averaged more after he played with Chicago those years. He went to the Lakers and then averaged 11, which is more than he ever averaged at Chicago.
In Chicago.
Because he got more shots,
Yeah,
man.
he didn't have Jordan executing the game plan.
No, he didn't have to
man.
get the ball every time to Jordan.
It wasn't around. The game plan was not around MJ.
Yeah, like it was, man. So all
You know, and
these
he
people-
played with Kobe, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know,
he
and
averaged
again,
more with Kobe than he did with MJ.
and like I said,
Kobe and Shaq.
yeah.
And he averaged more with them. His highest average at Chicago with MJ was 7. He averaged 11.6 with Shaq and Kobe.
With Shaq and Kobe.
This is when he was older than that. So quit talking about his knee and talk about team, man.
And he won, what, 3 titles with MJ?
And then he went one or two, which went to Lakers. Come on, man.
He went right over there with
So
the
all
sensei.
this stuff they said in the comments, I already know.
If you don't need to know nothing else about Ron Harper, the only player that from the Bulls that went over there with Phil Jackson to the Lakers was Ron Harper.
And he was all, and him and Horace Grant that went over there with Phil Jackson is the only other player.
Did Horace go over there too?
Yeah, Horace went with the Lakers.
But he left them though. He didn't go with Phil. Remember, he went back to Orlando.
No, he went to Orlando first.
He was and then went to Chicago.
Yeah.
He won the last 3 with the boys.
He was over there with Shaq and Kobe.
So he won the last 3 with them boys, and then went over there with Phil with
No, he won the first 3.
the first 3 with the Bulls.
Yeah, then he went to Orlando.
That's what I'm saying.
He was with Orlando.
So he
was.
went. Ron Harper and Horace Grant were there at 2 different times.
No, they was at the same time.
So you said he won the first 3 with the Bulls.
Right.
No, he won the last 3 with the Bulls. Then, if he was there with Ron Harper was there for the last 3.
No.
He was there. He was there with
Exactly.
Coach Rodman.
But when Ron Harper was winning those last 3 with the Bulls, he was with Orlando.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And then,
So they never played together until they got to the Lakers.
again.
No, they never played together because when Ron Harper got there, Horace Grant was already. They didn't win one together.
No, they never played in Chicago together.
That's what they never played in Chicago together. That's what I'm saying.
In the Lakers.
In the Lakers, yeah.
together.
So that's what I'm saying. Horace Grant didn't go with Phil Jackson.
No. But
Ron Harper went with Phil Jackson to the Lakers.
But when I say that, Phil Jackson was the coach, though.
Absolutely. When he was with Horace Grant was with the Bulls, absolutely.
Yeah, and the Lakers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah, they're the only 2 players that won the championship outside of Michael.
Yeah,
and Scotty.
Yeah,
because Michael didn't win outside of Scotty. Scotty didn't win outside of Michael, and nobody else did either.
Yeah,
Horace Grant and Ron Harper.
Absolutely. And I was just saying, Ron Harper was the only one that went with him.
Oh yeah,
the only one that Phil took with him from the Bulls to the Lakers.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Oh yeah.
But Horace Grant went back to Phil. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, he didn't want to play with MJ. Obviously, Horace didn't want to play with MJ.
Because say, man, you know, MJ was a butthole, man.
Absolutely. All he cared about was winning, and he made it clear. Yeah. I don't care about you, dog. We ain't kicking it when we leave here. But while we here, dog.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You gonna get it right.
And then against each other, they 1-1.
Yeah.
After Horace left Chicago, he beat Michael once, Michael beat him once, and they never played against each other again.
Horace beat 45 Jordan.
The 45 Jordan was better than 23. You better
sir.
go look at the statistics.
No, sir.
Yes, he was.
Oh,
go look at it. I don't know what you're talking about. That year that they lost to Orlando, Michael scored more points, averaged more rebounds, more assists, and shot a better percentage than the next year when they beat them. I know what I'm talking about. Go look it up. And if I'm wrong, come tell me next week.
But his handles was a little shaky. His skill set was a little bit.
How can your skill set? How can your skill set be if you shooting a better percentage?
He was shooting better. I ain't saying
he was shooting better. He was scoring better.
His handles was a little shaky.
Handles don't. He scored more. He rebounded more. He assisted more. And so I don't know what DJ talking about.
He was turning the ball.
Handles
over
ain't
too.
a skill. Handling ain't a skill.
He was turning the ball over more. His handles was shaking when he wasn't Jordan. He looked a little.
No,
like he had gum on it.
No, this what happened. The year that they lost to him, Chicago was too little. The next year, they came back, they had Dennis Rodman and James Elwood, and that's when they beat him. It had nothing to do with Michael. It had something to do with his teammates. Yeah. And like I say, you ain't no better than your teammates. That's another proof. That's another proof.
I'm just saying, visually, Jordan was not the same at 45.
Okay, that's what you say. But the statistics, how can you score more, shoot a better percentage, get more rebounds, and pass better, but you ain't the same? Come on,
you ain't doing as much.
Stop that much. You doing, sound like you're doing more.
No, come on. He's not doing as much. Wait a minute. He wasn't taking the he wasn't taking the risks. He was taking high percentage shots. He knew he wasn't the same guy.
But you scored more at a better efficiency rate.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I don't understand.
I agree with you. I'm saying, but when you do more, you're gonna score less.
No, he scored more.
I'm saying, but he was
his teammate,
his handles.
He didn't have Dennis getting 18 rebounds. You can handle all that shit you talking about. You can handle your ass right.
Handles not a skill is crazy, bro. Yeah, that's the main part of basketball.
No, it's not.
Not the main, but hey, I'm saying skill for primary ball handling, you gotta handle that thing.
Let me tell you like this here. Handling the ball is about the fifth or sixth best skill you need.
If you bring it up the floor, you got to be able to handle it.
Pass the damn ball and get it back.
But if you bring it up the floor, though.
But this is
ain't no basketball guru.
This is the
people go up to the
let me tell you like this here. In the 60s is the highest scoring decade. Nobody didn't dribble over 4 or 5 times.
Well, no, we didn't see that. When nobody watched
TV. Y'all didn't see it. You wasn't even born.
When nobody watched TV in the 60s, huh?
But I'm just telling you the truth. In the 60s, nobody dribbled the ball. All the ball handling was way down, but scoring was up. Because while you doing all this, your team, and while you handling the ball, somebody open.
But don't nobody want to watch that. Then nobody want to watch that, huh?
Yes, they will.
If they want to watch it, they go watch the Harlem Globetrotters. Harlem Globetrotters be the number one viewership.
No, if scoring goes up, they'll watch. If scoring goes up, it don't matter if it's 2s or 3s. And if you pass the ball more, Luka Doncic, while you dribbling 18 seconds, you could be the pass to 2 or 3 people and got a shot out and damn near back down the floor again.
Yeah, but the beauty about NBA is it's run by the players, right? People are fans of players more than teams in the NBA. Any other sport, they fans of teams.
I tell you what, if your team winning, you're going to have some players they fans of.
For sure, but like these Mavericks fans, when Luka went to LA, the fans followed him there. People are fans of individuals in the NBA more than any other sport.
Until they don't win.
I mean, LeBron ain't won in years, and he still got fans.
But he have won.
Luka ain't won.
Luka ain't won at all.
LeBron ain't won in the third of the time the Cowboys last won. When last time LeBron won a championship?
I think 5 or 6 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, 2020 in the bubble.
In the bubble.
Before the bubble.
Why everybody say in the bubble? Everybody was in the bubble. That's just an excuse for you sorry asses that lost. You sorry asses that lost. Everybody was in the bubble. They talk like they was in the bubble and the Lakers was at home. The Lakers in the bubble with y'all. Everybody had a level playing field. Everybody had a level.
Haliburton is better than Brunson. I mean, hell, Hallie carried the team 2 times.
Oh yeah.
ECF.
I'll say that.
For real. They had Miles Turner getting highly assists, and so did Pascal.
Oh, I'll say.
No, when Luka went to L.A., it was about to burn down the whole Dallas Mavericks franchise. Absolutely. It was about to burn it down if we paid him that contract. But back to Haliburton last night and that output. Haliburton daddy was in the building last night, first game back. Haliburton come out, he scored 32, was it?
35.
35, 15, and 12?
Him and
but he the most overrated. Man, please.
Him, the Joker, and Oscar Robertson, which Oscar can't play, but these 2 can. But them the only 3 players that had 35, 15, and 10.
They had no Haliburton because he out there got 15 snow bunnies and waiting on him when he get out the game.
No, they mad at Haliburton.
And they mad at him because he's just doing what he want to do out got there.
Because Haliburton making that stuff look too easy,
Man, Boston Celtics was on their hands and knees praising God last year when Haliburton went down in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
And I told you then, I said, boy, if Indiana would have had Haliburton, they might have
won that thing last year.
Last year.
And like Haliburton say, what's the difference between this year and last year? Oh, time. Time. We had more time to learn each other. Now, they basically brought back the same team.
Yeah, oh yeah. And OKC did too, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just time. But OKC went out and they got old boy from New York. Big boy. The center, the guy we was talking about that made the block on Aaron Gordon. And we got him from the Knicks. No, not Holmgren, the other one. No, he got folded up by Aaron Gordon.
Yeah, his name started with H too.
Yeah, it started with H. I can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, I can't even. He was with New York.
He was with the Knicks. All right, when they got him from the Knicks. And OKC got somebody else. Let me think. And we can grab somebody else from somewhere else.
Oh, okay.
And that really
was it Bridges or
Miles Bridges is with New York. He came from Phoenix.
Oh, okay.
Right? But I'm just saying, OKC is looking crazy right now. We're gonna get to them in a second. But Haliburton, Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, Neesmith. I didn't know this young man was shooting as high of a clip as he was from the 3-point percentage. But last game, not this game, but the last game, Neesmith was going crazy. And everybody know who that guy is now.
Oh, yeah.
And after the game, the boy spoke with much confidence. He said, now, I know I can shoot it.
Yeah.
I know I can shoot that rock.
Yeah, what I say? What I said the other week?
What's that?
Man, you going to win championship with your third, fourth, fifth,
I'm telling you.
Guy.
I'm telling you.
First two, man. Everybody get hyped up. Say, man.
We've been talking about Indiana for 2 years now, man.
Everybody can get hyped up all they want to about Haliburton. Remember, Miles Turner and Pascal Siakam and all them guys can play, man.
Absolutely. And, hey, man, New York just ain't got enough. Yeah. It is what it is.
And then plus New York too little.
Yeah, and then like you said, man, your boy, man, just soft, man.
Yeah.
You know, my boy is Karl Anthony Towns just look real sloppy. Half of the buckets he makes, I can't believe go in. I'm like, how'd that slosh get to the paint and make that shot like that?
Well, Karl Anthony,
he can shoot it.
He got some skill.
But he's sloshy everywhere else.
I mean, it's 47-footer, got some nice handles, man.
Chet Holmgren is 10 times more athletic than Karl Anthony Towns.
Athletic, but this is the thing. No, Karl Anthony Towns won that skills competition right after Porzingis won it.
Yeah, I mean, but the boy like
he can handle the
machinery, sloshing around the court around here, man.
I mean,
like I can't. He look like his feet too heavy.
To me,
his knees his tendons need some strength and conditioning.
Has all the talent that I don't think he gonna never live up to.
Because he don't get that work in that gym.
He don't work enough.
Get in that gym, dog.
He don't work enough on weightlifting. He don't work enough on his basketball skills.
He sure as hell don't work on speed and agility. Because my boy quick twitch don't exist. That boy slow twitch is strong as hell.
He got the same slow twitch Luka guy.
Yeah, I think Luka got a little more quick twitch than Karl Anthony Towns.
I think Luka got the slowest quick twitch.
Luka don't move sloppy like that.
At least he's 7'1".
Luka just slow. Like that boy need all in his joints. Luka needs some WD-40. My boy Karl Anthony Towns just slouchy.
Let me say, Luka needs some WD-40. Karl Anthony needs some 40 weight W.
Yeah.
That W40
Karl Anthony Towns ain't been scared. Nah, that boy, he can't get jump scared. He moves too slow. You know what I'm saying? Big sloth, man. Like
I mean, but that is what it is. But anyway, on to the
he look like a big girl running. But
on to the west.
On to the west side. Western Conference
is the best side.
You know that's what they say. Not no diggy time.
That's what the people from the west say.
Yeah, man. So on to the west. On to the west. 3:30 in the morning. Hey, them Thunders are rolling right now. Huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hey, them Thunder is rolling right now. AE, I still believe in you, dog. Barely. You know what I'm saying? Just you. I don't believe in Rudy. I don't believe in Julius Randle after that last effort I saw. McDaniel, I believe in his defensive effort.
I'm going to say this.
Alexander.
Why you think Julius Randle and Carl at the time got traded for each other.
Man, sloshy for sloppy.
Junior's a little bit more yoked up, solid, but his play is just as erratic.
Rough.
That's
around
why
the
they
edges.
got traded for each other.
My goodness.
I'm gonna
Slosh.
say it like that. At one point, I was kind of hoping that they met so we could see who won the trade. But no, gonna look like the trade kept both of y'all where y'all was at. No, for real.
That's the most even trade I ever saw.
Y'all did none of y'all game.
Well, the Knicks got better. Knicks went a little further than they went last year.
Well, that's just because the team was weaker this year.
The Celtics,
Yeah,
Porzingis got
the Mavericks was a little
Tatum
weak.
got hurt.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, but otherwise, the trade looks exactly what it was.
That's a hell of a trade. That's an even trade.
One mofo that needs something traded for another mofo that needs something.
Hey.
Both of them on the cusp of being very good.
Yeah.
But neither one of them is there yet.
Yeah.
They always do this right here.
Yeah, I think it was a good trade. I think Julius Randle and AE. I think they both
vibe.
good enough. They both good enough to vibe with each other. You know, AE will vibe with anybody.
It didn't get it.
But Julius Randle and Jalen Brunson didn't vibe that well together.
Yeah. But this is that.
With them Villanova boys.
Where did Minnesota get last year?
What you mean?
Western Conference Finals?
Yeah.
Same thing.
Same thing.
So, same thing.
Same thing. Minnesota. So, I guess the
you
Knicks
might have
won
won
that
the
trade.
trade, but I can't tell you. That's all I'm saying.
Hey,
you might have won it, but I can't tell you.
Hey, them trees become frustrating.
Yeah, them trees.
Between Chet Holmgren and Hartenstein is my boy name that came from New York.
Yeah.
Them trees is frustrating them boys. No, we was trying to think about Hartenstein. And then my boy Jalen Williams, both of them. Jalen Williams going crazy right now. What up, Hakam Yam? It's up. K, what's going down, home man? Yes, sir. Cook Hoops. OKC SGA free throw merchant. Hey, man, I've been hearing that free throw merchant scored 38 points in the playoff game and attempted 15 3-4 Hey, he's the new age James Harden, is what you're saying, but he's better.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's actually better. He's nothing like James Harden was, but he absolutely plays the game and takes advantage of the rules.
But, I'm going to say this about him. I like Anthony Edwards, but Anthony Edwards needs to get off that three-point gas a little.
Yeah.
And drive a little bit more.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah.
And shoot it.
Yeah.
Because right now in the Western Conference playoffs, I'm going to go game by game what AE was. 1 for 7 the first game.
1 for 7?
5 for 8 the second game. That's pretty good, right? 3 for 8 the third game. 1 for 8 the third game. 3 for 8. So he's 10 of 32, which come out to 31.2%.
32 shots in 4 games is
32 3-pointers.
Oh, that's 32 3-pointers?
Yeah.
But he ain't taking many more shots than that neither, though.
No, most of his shots been 3-point. And if he move in a little, he's athletic as he is. He need to be more of an 18 feet.
I was about to say that. He needs to develop his 18-foot game.
He needs to shoot no more than 3 to 4 threes per game. Instead of 9 or 7, 8, 3.
So he need to play more like SGA is what you're saying.
Yeah, he need to shoot about 3 to 4 threes a game.
Because SGA is super efficient.
Yeah, because this is the
shot selection on point.
As athletic as he is, these players now, the game, I've been around some old school coaches. They tell you, the first shot you take, get as close as you can. Hit it, now get some confidence. If you hit a layup, now shoot a 10-footer.
Yeah.
You hit that, now go to 15.
Yeah.
But your first shot is from 33 feet.
And you gaining no confidence, and you're already getting a visual of you missing shots. I'd rather get visuals of me missing or making shots. Hey, that boy, I tell you what, that boy Neesmith the other night, when he hit them, 7, 8 3-pointers?
Yeah.
The bucket looked like an ocean to Neesmith. My boy was raising up off the run.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
Didn't matter because he waited till he got hot.
Because he waited till he got hot and backed up and could hit those shots until it opened up for him like that.
He started up from way out there, man.
Must start looking like a pinhole.
Yeah. So I don't know what these guys, like I said, these guys, and Anthony Edwards, if you just take
What up, Ashton?
Take
what up, Brandon?
a few less threes per game, probably 3, Cut his threes in half.
Yeah.
Don't take less shots.
No.
Just take less threes.
No, they need AE to take shots. They need AE should be shooting.
Because he can elevate over the average guy.
AE is like Emmitt Smith, right? Cowboys ain't gonna win unless Emmitt touch that thing 20 times.
Oh, yeah.
AE need to be shooting that thing at least 20 times. My boy had 2 shots in the first half.
Yeah, that's not good.
What are we doing? It was first quarter or first half in the last game?
First quarter.
Like AE, you can't do that, dog. Not in these moments, homie.
And then this is the only thing.
That ain't how we get that. That's not how we got here.
If you only take 2 shots in the first quarter, that should mean that all your teammates are getting out. Julius Randle should be scoring. Rudy Gobert should. Now, if they don't need your AE, let them get off.
Yeah.
In the first quarter. But they needed you, and you still took 2 shots.
And that's, that's that maturation. AE what, 23 right now?
Yeah, 23.
And I think SGA been in the league a little bit longer than AE, right? A little older. Mm-hmm. So that's that maturation, man.
That's that new maturation.
And what AE should be doing is watching. So this is the thing about baseball. They say the great baseball players adjust quickly. The great athletes adjust quickly.
Adjust quickly.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Okay? AE, let me see how great you are. Let me see how great of an adjustment you can make. Because if I'm you, I'm stepping outside of myself and I'm looking to see what SGA is doing to be so successful. And that 18-foot game is on point with SGA. My boy getting to the rack, he either making a layup or he can get to the free throw line. And he's super efficient from the three-point line. That's how you win. That's how you take your team. And that's what Minnesota needs AE to do right now.
Yeah.
They need AE to be the one that collapses everybody.
This is where AE...
Because him giving it up around the three-point line and hoping somebody else collapse that defense is not the game plan. Do you know what he need
to do to get his 3-point? And one.
Absolutely.
And one.
Every time.
Instead of shooting it. Man, all these threes, man.
And it ain't Michael Conley, man. Give it to him. Yeah. McDaniels can shoot that 3, man. Yeah. Alexander can shoot that 3, man.
And then penetrate, and when they collapse on you, shoot it to the wide open man.
Yeah.
But you coming down, just raising up, jacking threes, because I have seen him just come down and just...
Yeah, I got a problem with him jacking threes. I want to see you be aggressive and take them jump shots, man. Yeah. Hit that floater when it's necessary. You know, I don't want to see you be a facilitator, AE. That ain't who you are, dog.
No, I ain't
saying that. But facilitate in the right moments.
I ain't saying that, yeah.
Facilitate in the right moments. You know what I'm saying? I need you to be Jordan, bro. Jordan wasn't looking to facilitate all damn game. He looking to score, and then he facilitating when everybody start crashing.
As needed.
As needed, bro.
As needed.
You know, so that's what I see. You know, New York too slow. New York, yeah, man. He was avert straight to smother SGA cuckoo. Hey, man, appreciate y'all. If y'all haven't already, man, go on and hit that subscribe button one good time, man. Hit that notification bell, man. It's an interactive experience over here, man. We want y'all chatting. We love the interaction right now. Appreciate you. Hakayam. I sup. One West. Hey, that's a hell of a name, dog. Appreciate you, dog. Cook Hoops. What's going down, big dog? Appreciate you too, man. Perry, Loso, Brandon, Ashton Lehman. Yeah, it's going down just like that. Y'all
hit that subscribe
button, man.
You know we just over here, man. And if y'all got something y'all want to talk about, say it in the comment.
Yeah, man.
Say it in the comment. We'll comment back.
So what? You think that West is over too, like that East is?
Yeah.
Them Thunder too much?
Thunder too much. It's 3-1. 3-1.
And the Thunder roll. Yeah.
Hey, just like same thing. Fat lady already on the stage.
And the Thunder roll.
Fat lady already on the stage behind the curtain. She just waiting to be called on.
Yes, sir.
She ain't sung yet, but she's ready to bellow out in a minute.
I heard Trip singing though, you know, and Trip damn near like the fat lady because he in Lubbock. He's very close to Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, hey, man, it's going down up there, man. But moving along.
On to the next one.
We're gonna switch over to that NFL one good time, man. I don't know if you heard. Everybody's questioning, wondering. Is Travis Hunter going to play both sides of the football this year? Can he hold on? Can he hold up? Will his body be strong enough? Well, hell, his body wasn't strong enough to finish the college season, so I don't know why you think he'll be strong enough to finish the NFL season. But anyways, yes, he's playing both sides of the football.
Hey,
and the Jacksonville Jaguars coaches like him on both sides of the football. They're very excited about the talent they got. What you think about it, huh?
Oh, yeah. I have always said this. I think he's a better wide receiver than he is a cornerback. And I'm going to tell you like this. The only way he can get used to playing both sides of the ball, play both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Just like we were saying a while ago. If they let him play both sides of the ball, I'm not, but I still think he's gonna be a better wide receiver than he is cornerback.
Oh, I think he's gonna be great at both sides. I think they will very much so pay attention to team tendencies, understand when and where these teams like to throw the football, and he'll be in on those downs. I don't think he'll be playing too many run down. He won't. I can't say that either. I think they will be playing him on run defense. He'll also be in on goal line situations when they have receivers go to receivers.
The way they're talking, they're going to start on both sides of the ball. And if you start, well, I'm going to take you out now. I mean, because what if they run on first down? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You have to,
it's expected.
But I just think that, me personally, I just think that he's going to be a better wide receiver than he is cornerback. Because the rules are designed right now. It's hard to be a good cornerback in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be good, but you're not going to be a game-changing good.
It's rumors about him dropping passes. He's been wearing no gloves in practice, and that's very different for this, modern-day NFL player.
Did he wear gloves at Colorado?
Yeah, he did. And he'll probably wear gloves in the NFL, too, but he's been working with no gloves here recently.
But he wore gloves at Colorado?
He going to wear gloves in the season.
I feel so. You did. Well, why are you practicing with no gloves? I need you to do right now
what you gonna do
then.
Yeah.
So start now.
Yeah.
And perfect it, because I ain't got time to play with you, man.
I
ain't got time to play with you, man. I mean, I'm just saying, I ain't got time to play with nobody.
Yeah.
I don't care if you Travis Hunter. I don't care if you Deion Sanders. I don't care if you Trevor Lawrence. I don't care if you Tom Brady. I ain't got time to play with you, man. Do what you gonna do then.
Yeah, it's also rumors of him, dropping passes, and also that he's not the best route runner. He's rounding a bunch of routes off. He's not really getting into his break and cutting out. Of course, we know Travis Hunter's not Antonio Brown. Okay? I'm not expecting that. Travis Hunter is more Dez Bryant than he is Antonio Brown. I'll say that.
Yeah.
He's more of a guy that just throw it in his general vicinity.
This is the whole thing.
Expect him to come down with the football. That's who Travis is.
I need Jacksonville to shut the hell up. You should have known that when you drafted him.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I saw all that in college.
Now I'm not saying it's Jacksonville saying that, but that's what's coming out in the media.
Well, Jacksonville needs to refute it. Somebody needs to say something. I mean, because I'm just saying. I mean, everything they saying about him, and the same people. If you saw him play in college and you didn't see it, because this is the thing, the same people that's saying this now is just full of shit because they're trying to criticize. You saw him play 4 years in college.
Yeah.
Because if you're a news reporter, you done had press passes and all that to the game. If you just now finding this out about Travis Hunter, you don't know football.
You got caught up in the hype.
Yeah. So
what happened when you looking at the football?
Yeah, I mean, you didn't see this your first time seeing this?
You know what I'm saying?
He didn't just do this today.
Nah.
Come on. So don't talk about it now.
It's crazy to me. Well, I think it would be cool if Jalen Ramsey went back to Jacksonville. If they had Jalen Ramsey and Travis on the same squad, that'd be nasty.
Yeah, because if they did that, now Travis can play on this side, and Jalen Ramsey can play over here.
Yeah, that'd be nasty. That'd be nasty. That'd be dope. But
we'll
see what happens there. But shout out Travis Hunter, man. We got our eyes on you, man. See you in the building, man. That's the homie out there. Shout out Coach Ray, my brother. Love you, fam. Proud of you, dog. Love what you got going, man. Shout out Young Money Sports, man. Y'all know them and the homies over there. We've had Adi Vangantar, the founder and CEO on the show. You can go check out that episode back in the Gap, man. That's one of the first shows, man. Much love to Adi, man. I can get them boys back on whenever, man. We'll make that shit shake. We'll make it happen, y'all. Excuse me, French. Moving along. Also, this week, that boy Shiloh evidently has done what he was supposed to do. What happened? What just happened? Hold on. Let me undo what I just did.
Man, I didn't know you were going to talk about Shiloh. I got something to say about Shiloh.
You got something to say about Shiloh?
Yeah.
Is it good or bad?
I mean, it ain't even got nothing. It's got something to do with an incident Shiloh was in, because I heard this week that supposedly, this is just talk. I haven't read nothing that the lawsuit or whatever that the security guard found out.
Oh, Shiloh. So what's going down with Shiloh? I was just talking about the fact that he did sign his contract. Yeah. I believe it was let me see. What was Shiloh's deal? 2-year, $2.9 million contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, yeah.
That's solid.
Yeah, that's solid.
Nah, for a free agent, non-draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
non-draft player.
Man, I like Shiloh.
I do too.
I like Shador.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm going to tell you like this. I like the boys better than I do Deion.
Hey, I love Deion.
I mean,
I like.
yeah, Deion
I can't say the
all right.
same because Deion was that dude to me.
Yeah, Deion all right.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, me personally, I like the songs better.
Yeah, yeah.
Because, it's a whole lot.
I'm a Deion fan.
Let me tell you.
I wasn't in the club when Deion was in the club with me.
It's like
but,
this. It's like this here.
Watching Deion play, that's who I model my game after.
Well,
cornerback and running back, kickoffs and
you
punts.
talking about that part, but this is the whole thing. People say, because I talk a lot of Sugar Hunter Ice Tea.
Yeah.
People say to me, you don't like Deion, you're a Deion.
You said
I toned it down. I toned it down on here. People don't know I'm toned down on here.
Hey, turn up.
Hey, no.
Turn up, punk. What you doing?
If I turn up, man, I don't know if they can take it.
Hey, I need you to turn up. You know
I'm toned down. I'm just saying, people say, man, both of y'all talk so much shit.
Yeah. Too much alike. Usually two people that are a lot alike don't like each other.
I ain't saying I don't like Deion. I just say I like the boys better.
Yeah.
Because they ain't quite as talk as much shit. No, man, but this is the thing.
I used to love it though.
This is the whole thing. You don't have to like somebody to respect them.
Absolutely.
I got the utmost respect for Deion.
Yeah.
Don't say.
Hey, the man can play some football.
It ain't gonna even say I don't like it, but it's just that.
Hey,
I ain't gonna say he the greatest cornerback and all that ever.
Deion, got a problem with Jordan, Deion.
No, yeah, because everybody say no. I ain't got no problem with them. I just don't think they're the greatest ever.
Yeah, no
that's
problem
just me.
Yeah, okay.
I ain't got no problem with them.
Yeah,
because
they my favorites.
The only thing I can say about Jordan,
MJ, you my favorite.
I don't think
Deion, you my favorite.
Yeah.
Michael Vick, you my favorite too, dog.
Yeah. Well,
Deion, my favorite football player. Michael Vick, my favorite quarterback.
Oh yeah.
Michael Jordan, my favorite athlete.
Yeah.
Like that.
Barry
Bonds is my favorite baseball player.
Will Chamberlain, my favorite athlete.
Yeah.
Will Chamberlain, he ain't my favorite basketball player.
Will Chamberlain is my favorite bedtime story.
Yeah.
Because he was a fable back in the day.
No, Will Chamberlain my favorite athlete because ain't nobody did what Will did. I don't care what. You may have all these, like they say, urban myth stories.
Yeah.
Will stuff is documented.
Yeah.
Everything. His high jumping 7 feet is documented.
Absolutely.
Him shot putting 56 feet is documented.
Absolutely.
Him long jumping 24 feet is documented.
Yeah.
Him running 10-4 in the 100 meters is documented.
Yeah.
Him running 46 in the 400 meters is documented.
Yeah.
All this other stuff they talk about, they ran 4-1, where's the documentation?
Hey, you and Deion a lot alike, huh? Y'all speak a lot alike. You know?
No, Deion.
Hey, repetition. You know, Deion love that repetition when he talk. You know, Deion love that repetition when he walk. Deion love that repetition when he balk and when he stalk. You know what I'm just saying?
But for me to say, first off, for me to
y'all
say
got the same
that
swag,
anybody's the greatest.
What up, Kenny? What's good?
First off, for me to say that anybody's the greatest, this is the first thing that happens when you say somebody's the greatest. You saying they better than you. And I don't think
Texas Tech, man, what's good? Shout out Tim Taylor. That's my old coach right there.
Now one of them mofos better than me.
Yeah. Hey. Me either,
I'm just saying.
Me either, man.
When you say somebody the greatest, you saying they better than you. And I don't think no mofo put on 2 pair of shoes, put on 1 pair of shoes on 2 feet is better than me. So I ain't gonna say. So I ain't gonna do it. If I ain't gonna say I'm the greatest, I ain't sure gonna say he the greatest.
Absolutely. Old Texas Tech man said Deion not that great of a coach. Hey man, you know it is what it is.
Yeah.
Talk about that case with Shiloh.
This is what I was saying about Shiloh. That's what I was saying about. This is what I'm gonna say right now. I live in DeSoto, Texas.
I don't even know what the case is.
You know, Shiloh supposedly beat up a security guard at Trinity.
Oh, let's get it. When he was in high school?
He was 16.
Oh man.
And then the security guard said that Shiloh broke his wrist. You ain't heard of nothing about the case?
No.
When Shiloh was 16, how big was Shiloh? About 160 pounds?
And he been up a security guard? Why do you have a job?
Why are you trying to secure? You can't even secure yourself, so how you going to secure a job? I ain't even worried about Shiloh. I'm talking about I live in DeSoto, so it's a security guard or anybody else that know the security guard or don't like what I'm saying. I am in DeSoto. I can walk to Trinity in about 15 minutes.
That's training. You getting beat up by somebody internally? That's training, dog.
You got beat up
by
a 16-year-old kid, and you're a security guard. I'm gonna say it like this: you needed your ass whooped.
And he trying to sue him or something?
No, yeah. I think they said the case came to an end. I think Shiloh got. This is just talk.
How many years later is this? Or did he do it?
Shiloh 23, 24.
Bruh. Oh, you one of them Me Too
And
boys.
if you got beat up by a 16-year-old kid as a security guard, you needed your ass whooped.
Exactly.
I'm not that, and I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm in DeSoto. If you don't like it, I'll do you worse than Shiloh did.
We call that a lesson.
If you let a boy beat you up, what you think a grown man gonna do to you?
Call that a lesson learned, dog. You know what the lesson was that day? Get another job.
Get another job.
You ain't no security guard. You ought to be thanking him.
That's all I'm saying, man. I ain't got nothing against Shiloh. I don't know what, and I'm gonna tell you like this. Every
For
time
some millions, bro, come on,
every
Trip.
time I have seen, what did he say?
He said dude sued him and he won the lawsuit for some millions. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy,
That's what I
dog.
heard this week. I didn't read it, but my homeboy done said he won the lawsuit. So, and then how you gonna get some money? You supposed to be a security guard. You supposed to be securing something, and you let a child, 16-year-olds is a child. It ain't even like Shiloh was 6'4",
We ain't
300
talking about
pounds.
Tank Davis.
No.
We ain't talking about Earl Spencer 16. We ain't talking about Terrence. We ain't talking about some kid that's been training
Man, I
since
don't
8
care.
years old.
Let me tell you something. I don't care. Earl Spencer is 16 years old. Come on, man. He gonna beat up a security guard. First off,
Sound here to beat the brakes off this cat.
Yeah, this shots. Yeah, that cat.
Yeah. This boy, hey, Trinity, he had you fooled.
He had you
My
fooled.
boy was
'Cause
not.
I'm gonna tell you like this right now. I'm a more mature gentleman. I ain't gonna tell my age about my birthday coming up. But when I was in my 30s and 40s, Earl Spence or now another 16-year-old is not finna break my ribs and all that.
No, sir.
Not finna do it. Not gonna happen.
Hey, dog.
Not gonna come. When I was in my 30s, man, I was a way more physical specimen than I am now. I was bench pressing over 300 pounds, still running 4. Come on, man. Jumping out when I was in my 30s. Come on, man.
That's a shame.
16-year-old kid that weighed Shiloh when he was 16.
Shame.
He only barely weighed over 200 now.
170 pounds at 16 years. At 16, Shiloh was 175
Or
pounds.
maybe 65.
165.
Might have been 165.
Come on, dog.
Come on,
What
man.
you
The
doing,
boys
bro?
wasn't big.
Buckle
And I'm going to tell you this. Out of all the deals, I think Shiloh the nicest one, man. For
Absolutely. So to make him get bucked.
I ain't trying to be
I mean, I know that was head gang CEO in college, but, you know, to make him get bucked, bro, like, my boy had to be tripping.
doing something because Shiloh,
He real even kill.
And I done, and when I seen Shiloh and Shadon, they were playing up there at Trinity, man.
Yeah.
They wasn't big at all.
Chill, man. They ain't been on. Come on, man.
Come on, man. So far as that case, the security guard, all I'm saying is that if you get millions, Shiloh should have broke two of your other ribs.
Hey, dog. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, I'm disappointed in you for being a security guard and letting children beat you up.
That was a hell of a play you pulled.
Yeah, that was a hell of a play.
Yeah,
you
trickster,
That's all
dog.
it is. That was about money because I hope you never be securing anything I'm near.
Nah, dog. If so, I'm gonna come whoop your ass and take your flashlight and I'm gonna secure the
Hey, guess
perimeter,
what?
'cause
I'm gonna whoop your ass.
you ain't the one for the
and
job.
Guess what?
Homie.
You don't get a dime because I'm gonna transfer all my money to somebody else's name.
Moving along.
Moving on.
Moving along.
Hey, I got your back, Shiloh.
Yes, sir. I'm there every day. All right, so over here, move to the MLB real quick, man. Ronald Acuña turned with a bang. Yes, Ronald Acuña Jr., man, comes back. First at bat, man. Hits an absolute scud rocket missile. Hey, like, hey, like, yeah. Bomb round this hole, man. It was great. What I'm trying to tell you, man. He's the most exciting baseball player. Aaron Judge is great, of course. But Ronald Acuña, of course, Shohei Ohtani is great. Ronald Acuña Jr., the most exciting baseball player there is right now in baseball, man. You know, came back from his ACL, MCL tear. I forget which one it was. First,
came back, lighting it up.
Yeah, man. Lighting it up. Young kid, great guy, great prospect, man. Can swing that stick. Y'all be on the lookout for Ronald Acuña Jr. out there in the Atlanta Braves system right now, man. But we're going to keep this train rolling on to trips. Trip to goes one time for your mind. Where you at, baby? Yes, sir. favorite part of the show, man. It's time for IMO. In my opinion, in this portion of the show, there is no rebuttal allowed. Whatever your opinion is, that's all that's being said right now and being voiced. What you got for the people in IMO this week?
In my opinion, man, these young NBA players that do nothing but criticize the generations before them, a.k.a. Gilbert Arenas.
Yeah.
I finally came to the real conclusion. It's jealousy.
Yeah.
They are jealous because all the records are held by older guys and they can't break them. They train all the time.
Yeah.
They work out. They got hyperbaric chambers in their house. They got gymnasiums in their house. They got studios in their house.
Yep.
They train all day, but they can't score 100 points. They can't average 25 points a game. They can't win 11 championships. So they got to find some way to criticize you because they can't do what you did.
Can't do it.
I mean, if you can do it, if you can do it, do it. Win 11 championship. Score 100 points. Average 25 rebounds per game in a full season. You can't do it. Make them change the rules that you're so dominant that they widen the lane. Make them change the free throw rule because you dunk your free throw. They got to make them change some rules besides the 3-point. They can't change. They can move the line back further, but what have y'all done to change the game like the old guys did?
Dang.
What records have you broken? Wilt Chamberlain still got 60.
I was about to say, Wilt Chamberlain was dunking from the free throw line.
Yeah, he got 60 NBA records right now.
Wow.
Break them. If y'all so much better, y'all train all day, you got all the equipment, you got a personal trainer, you got a chef, you got a masseuse, you got everything, but you can't play 82 games.
Man.
I think it's jealousy.
Hey, African Crispy. Hey, bro. Hey, I've been getting that Wayne Brady joke for a long time, dog. Wayne Brady ain't got no championship rings, homie. And he wasn't drafted in sports, homie. But, hey, I appreciate it. I am charismatic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I had to cut in and
that's
say
all
that.
right. But I'm just saying, I was sitting down
Subscribe,
yesterday,
my nigga.
and I was just watching, and I was watching some of these young guys. I say, what is it? Why do they criticize the guys in the 60s, 70s, 80s so much?
Yeah.
I said, then I had to realize the root of everything is jealousy.
Yes, sir.
They jealous
Green
because
with envy.
they can't play 82 games. They can't win 11 championships. They can't average 25 rebounds. They can't score 100 points in a game. It took Wilt Chamberlain 400 in some games to score 20,000 points. The next person, it took 600 and something. Y'all 497 games, if I'm not mistaken.
And we talking about the pinnacle athlete. Alex English played how many 80-plus game seasons? 10 or 11?
Yeah, 10 or 11.
I think 11.
Eight
games with
80 plus.
80-plus
I don't know,
games.
that was something like 11. It was Dan Issel did the same thing. Who else out there?
Chris Mullin had 13 seasons with 82 games played.
That's and this is what
Boys
I
ain't doing that no more.
jealousy.
Y'all better though.
Y'all do all this stuff. Y'all got all the equipment, all the attributes and all that to get it done, but you can't do it. And it comes from jealousy. Y'all can criticize all you want to. They was on steroids. They was on booger sugar. They did this. They did. Go do it. You on some super training stuff that used to be on the PED list, not even on there anymore. Y'all get a chance to take. So go score 100 points, average 25 rebounds, do something. Go break Jerry West's record in the NBA Finals, scoring the most points in the NBA. Do all that stuff. That's what I sit down. I say this ain't nothing but jealousy because the old guys got so many records still standing.
And they trying to figure out how it happened.
How it happened.
Same way I was trying to figure out if Wilt Chamberlain really scored 100 points. Yes, he really did that.
He really ran 46 in the 400 meters.
He really did that.
And all this was done in everything Wilt Chamberlain did in track and field, the 46, the 10-4, the 7-foot high jump, and the
a 7-footer running the 10-4 is insane.
And the
diabolical.
And the 56-foot shot put. all was done in Chuck Taylors. Wasn't even done in track shoes.
Chuck T's, dog.
So that's what it is.
And played 82 games several times in Chuck T's,
are
dog.
jealous that you can't do what we did with all the training facilities, shelves, all that you got in your own personal homes that we didn't even have. Some of the players didn't even have that stuff in their whole city.
Man.
They had to go to another city to get it. Because if you're from Monroe, Louisiana, like Bob Love and Elvin Hayes, you didn't have all those gyms and all. You got to go in. You got to go to another
They still
city.
ain't got it in Monroe. It's 2025.
So
They still
that's
gotta go to
what it is.
Ruston.
You young guys are jealous that you got everything at your hand, but you still can't do what the old guys did.
Yeah.
And that's what I came to realize this week. It's just jealousy, man.
Hey, and that's a great
And
opinion.
that's my opinion.
That's a great opinion. I'm just saying, that's a great opinion right there. Whew. All right, y'all. Don't be mad at me for this one now. I watched the roast last night again because it was great. But in my opinion, man, Tom Brady proves that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. You know? How did I come to that conclusion? What? Hey, man, I'm just saying, man. Tom Brady is the truth. All right? My boy got almost 20% of the Super Bowl appearances that ever happened, right? Got 7 titles, what, like 12, 13% of the Super Bowl titles ever won. Tom Brady owns them. He can take a joke, too. And he can give a joke. You know, Tom Brady the truth. You know? Love Tom Brady. Even though he didn't get Randy Moss a title. You know?
And they beat Eli.
And he lost Eli twice. You know what I'm saying? I think Peyton Manning got one good one from him. You know? Beat him in the AFC conference, you know, finals. You know, Tom Brady is the truth, man. Tom Brady, I think he drank the youth serum because my boy getting younger. You know, he's faster now than he was when he got drafted. Hell, I wouldn't mind if Tom Brady came back and played for the Cowboys this year. If Tom Brady was the Cowboys quarterback, I tell you right now, we're going to win the Super Bowl. Right now. I'm going to give you that. That's what I say. If Tom Brady was the Cowboys quarterback, but he ain't. But all this I just said about Tom Brady, he just proves that Michael Jordan is the GOAT. Because in spite of the fact Tom Brady got 7 Super Bowl wins, in spite of the fact that he got, like I said, almost 20% of the Super Bowl appearances and almost 12, 13% of the Super Bowl win. My memory of Tom Brady, even though it's more recent, holds no weight against my memory of Michael Jordan. Huh? Michael Jordan conquered the game. Only person in Michael Jordan's atmosphere is Barry Bonds. And I think Barry Bonds might be above Michael Jordan when it comes to, not titles, but just conquering the game individually. And you said Michael Jordan's an individual guy. He wasn't a team guy, but he was an individual guy like Will. Even though he got 6 titles, Michael Jordan was just the epitome of competitiveness. Since MJ, I have not seen, outside of Tom Brady, a competitor quite like MJ. Yeah, I know he had Scotty. Yeah, I know he had Ron. Yeah, I know he had Rodman. Yeah, I know he had Kukoc. Yeah, I know he had Horace. Yeah, I know he had John Paxson. Yeah, I know he had Steve Kerr. Yeah, I know he had Craig Hodges. Still not comparable to those teams of the 80s. Level of talent those teams had. Bill Russell's teams around him. Not comparable, man. I'm just saying, you know better than me, but Jordan didn't have the talent that the Celtics had back in the day around him.
No.
The year he averaged, dang near 40 one season in the 80s, didn't he?
$37 point something, if
You
I'm
know,
not mistaken.
like,
I got a pretty good memory, but I think it's 37.1.
yeah, 10
like
scoring titles. I know it was voted on, but he got several Defensive Players of the Year. You know, I know it was secondary because he was shooting them lanes because, you know, Scotty and Ron was handling the primary guy. But yet and still, man, defense is an effort thing. If he didn't have that effort, if he didn't have that want to, that motor that he got, he wouldn't have got them, of course. That's what separates LeBron and Jordan, is that dog. That want to. I ain't seen that dog all LeBron's career. Not once. You know? Complete basketball player, facilitator, scorer, everything else. Yeah, no doubt. But he wasn't Jordan. He didn't have that heart, had that passion, the tenacity, that will, like you hate to hear people say, that will to win, even though he couldn't do it. He did it a decent clip in Washington with them Wizards. People forget about how good Jordan was at 40, man. 5 seed with the Washington Wizards. I don't think they've been that high since Jordan left. How long ago was that? 15 years, 20 years?
It's close to 20 now.
Long time ago.
It is 20 now.
You know?
I was in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
1 and 2, somewhere in there. Yeah,
after his second
20.
retirement. You know? And who knows what Jordan could have done? If is the biggest word around Jordan. Who knows what he would have done if he never played baseball? Who knows what Jordan could have done if Jerry Krause didn't decide to blow up the Bulls? How many titles could they have won? Who knows? I don't know. But all I'm saying is this. My eyeballs have never seen another athlete like MJ. And I don't know if they ever will. Kobe, he was on the way until he went to Phoenix and gave up. And I was like, that's not MJ. MJ never would have done that. Ever. But anyway, that's my opinion, man. And that's why MJ's the GOAT to me. From my eyeballs. I didn't see Wilt. I didn't see Bill. I didn't see Moses. I ain't see a lot of these cats we done talked about. Man, we ain't even talked about Moses Malone yet on the Ring the Bell. Well, we should. But that's my opinion, and I'm going to stick to that. MJ the GOAT for life. No question, not even a conversation between him and LeBron James. You better be talking about Will or Bill Russell if you come to the conversation. Magic or Larry Bird, somebody like that when you talking about MJ. But, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Can I drop this mic? Yes, sir.
Yeah, he got it. And I'm going to say this here. I know it ain't no rebuttal, but I'm going to say this, man. Quit talking about Kobe. I ain't going to say Michael is never going to say no Michael to go, but Kobe ain't in Michael category.
I mean, how you going to be a GOAT when you mimic your game up to somebody else?
But first off, you ain't in the category. So let's not do that.
Facts.
Please, let's not do that.
Facts. Facts. But yeah, man. Hope y'all appreciated today's show. Hey, listen, sound like y'all enjoyed it. I'm just saying.
I hope y'all did.
Hope y'all enjoyed it, man. But yeah, that is a wrap for another excellent episode of Noonish.
Who was that? Who was that in the line? Who was that? Who was that? Somebody?
What is Trip say what?
No, somebody was lying.
Gate, Rule Change Act. Look it up. Tom fake like Tom and Jerry. LeBron is a clown. LOL. 100. He slid that in. Adrian Peterson, yeah, he's a dog too, man. That's a Texas guy. AO Texas Tech. Hey, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man, before y'all get out of here, man. Before we get out of here, man.
Hey, before we get out of here, let me say something, Jay.
Like this thing, too.
You heard what Shady said?
What'd he say?
Shady said, I mean, are you supposed to feel like this? Because I just said that ain't nobody better than me. Shady said the best running back in the history of the NFL is AP and Barry Sanders, and the rest of them dudes not better than him.
Oh, man.
I said Shady. Yeah, I'm glad you did. And I'm glad Shady got supreme confidence in himself, but I got something to tell Shady. He the only one to believe that.
He said Adrian Peterson ain't better than him?
No, he said Adrian Peterson and Barry Sanders is the only two in the history of the NFL that's better than him. I said, and I ain't even mad at Shady, because it's...
When my boy bet,
Shady the only one to believe that, though.
When my boy bet $50,000 to win,
and he only won
25 and lost when he could have went the other way.
Yeah.
When he bet against Ryan Garcia and lost that money and that dumbass bet he made, I can't listen to another word Shady McCoy say.
Oh yeah, Shady's so
Shady, I can't tune in.
I mean, you know, a while ago when I was just talking about saying somebody about Deion and whoever I said wasn't better than
Yeah.
But this whole thing. That's what I really believe, but this whole thing, I ain't mad at Shady. But you can believe shit all you want to, but don't nobody else believe that shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, but it's different though.
I mean, yeah, I know. Shady is serious. I'm just up here.
I mean, I think I could,
Yeah,
So if I believe that,
yeah, oh yeah.
I know you believe it too.
Yeah, I believe it too, yeah.
You know?
But I'm saying, but for Shady to say, some stuff you gotta, I can say what I want to, because I ain't on no kind of,
Yeah.
Shady, stop that, man.
Stop.
Stop it, Shady.
Your game film is out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You game.
It's a fact that you're not as good, nearly as good as Emmitt Smith.
Nah. Boy, I can.
And it's a lot of other, O.J. Simpson,
Eric Dickerson,
Chris Johnson,
Jamal Charles.
It's a lot, dog.
What's the name?
We
Right
keep
now
rolling,
in
dog.
Philly.
Would you say Marion the Barbarian?
He barely better than me. I give him a name.
Barely better than Marion the Barbarian?
What's your boy up in Philly right now?
Saquon Barkley.
Please stop that.
Laps. Derrick Henry, laps.
No, don't stop that.
Relax, Shady.
Yeah, y'all relax. Calm down.
I know you had fun,
But yeah.
but y'all didn't win a damn thing between you and McNabb and Philly. All right.
And nowhere else you went.
And you relax.
And nowhere else you went.
You relax. Shady.
Nowhere else you went.
It's all good, dog.
Because this whole thing about being great, it's synonymous with winning.
Yeah.
Alex English proved that.
Yeah.
Alex English did more than everybody, but he didn't win no title, and he get less pub than it. If Alex English had 1 or 2 titles, look how his name would be ranked.
My boy scored 2,000, 3,000 more points than Larry, Magic,
Oh,
Jordan.
way more. Magic than he scored about 13 or 14,000 in the 80s.
Man.
Yeah, but he won them championships.
I'm just
but
saying.
he had better teammates. Yeah,
I'm just saying. Them teammates
just
matter.
saying.
At the
Teammates
end of the day, teammates
matter more than you do sometimes.
They matter, man. They
They
matter,
matter a
man.
whole lot.
Yeah,
Not
man.
a whole lot.
Yeah, but nah, we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, man. If y'all are new to the show, like I said, please subscribe, man. Appreciate you. Hey, Hakayam. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, old Texas Tech, man. Trip to goals. You already know what it is, big dog.
Trip, that's
Every
our
time,
number
every
one,
week,
dude.
you know what it is, homie. That's the one right there, dog. Yes, sir. Appreciate you tuning in, Trip. Everybody else that tuned in today. Slade, what's going down, family? What's going down, bro? Terry, Kenny. Everybody that tuned in today, man. Jay Ramirez, Ashton Lehman, man. Appreciate y'all tuning in today for another episode of Noonish, man. Carl Anderson, big bro. What's going down? What up, Charlie? What up, Child? What up, Jerome? Intruder, what's going down? Arcade, I don't know, Mikey. Yes, sir, Brandon. Everybody, man. Appreciate the love, man.
Everybody.
Appreciate y'all tuning in today for another episode of Noonish Sports and Tech. We're going to
see
see y'all
you
next
next
week,
week.
sometime around noon.
Known as, yes, sir.
Peace.